switch up real quick so I could pass this over.
Twitch, twitch, bam.
Yeah.
All right. Just adjust the audio levels a little bit. Hooray. I see the little line, so if it doesn't work, it's because OBS is a liar. But yeah, there we are. Just kicking it. Scene style. So, who remembers what happened last week?
I remember some things.
So
But
last
then there's a
week,
certain point.
yeah, last week, uh, it started off with Aiden visiting Lucretia, and talking about if there was a possibility that she'd be able to help with the butcher fight and observing, and she was like, I could help potentially with part of it, but I can't widespread this vision as far as, everyone. That potentially would be a wish she mentioned that could cover everybody. Aiden also brought up, like, hey, I really need to check up on Clover, and it was brought to my attention that you're actually the one that would be able to help with that. And she let him know that she'd need his body. And he took note of that, uh, which, yeah, he was like, I'll definitely run over. Then from there, we went to sleep, woke up next morning, and Aiden met up with a party. And in the morning, him, Annis, Derek, and Buck went to go run some errands because Aiden needed to try and get some items. And
The
Buck
errands
just
for
happened
crime.
to, yeah, errands. That's Buck happened to know where a centaur bar was, and their Goliath lady was like, "Hey, this guy should be able to help you." Was it like just Edward was his name or something?
Yep.
And he was drunk, to which Annis was like, I've got a cure for that. Here's the secret ingredient. Wink. Don't spread it around. Um, and we got him up and going. And he was like, yeah, there's this asshole that has it. Don't know where he got it. Uh, but yeah, he's being an ass with it. So take that as you will. And Aiden was like, sounds like a heist time. I'll return it, but we went on our way and we found the guy under a bench, just as human, half under the bench, horse half outside. And Ennis did a nice cat's grace on Buck, and Aiden did a little bit of a guidance, and Buck did what he does best, just puffer and loot like a good homie he is, and stole a cool ass harness and passed it over. And Derek was like, "That guy's gonna get robbed because we left money in a note." And then we skedoodled out of there because quick heist. Um, and then from there, we went back with Diana. Oh, and we had dreams, by the way. Diana and Penelope's dreams were horrific for them. And so they were left crying aggressively. Annis had a weird one, I think. Aiden had a weird one. Bjord was weird. And then Mishka just had a really good time with a bear who stalked him. It was great. So yeah, and then we went on our tour boat and we learned that there was a device that keeps away the zappies, which is nice. We should get one of those. And we made it to the temple. And oh, and we have Kakavia with us. We picked him up. And yeah, we're at the temple now. We're ready to get a holy artifact back up.
Okay. Hooray.
Yeah, I think that covered anything. Y'all, did I miss anything?
I don't think so. You might want to back out of the call really quick and then jump back in. You're really, really crackly on our end.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I was actually gonna say if I start crackling, let me know.
Yeah, there you go. You're better now.
Much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Discord, love it.
Technology.
Yeah.
We
But
live
yeah,
in the
that.
future. The future just isn't as great as we wanted it to be.
Ooh.
But hey, we're playing D&D across the country, so that's cool.
Yay!
But yeah, the only other like minor notes that I had from last time were that you saw a storm and
Oh
you
yeah, I
did a little
sent a.
recon,
It was a
and
car shop, right?
yeah, you found out that it was like a car dealership. So neat. And otherwise, I think you kind of touched on everything that mattered. So cool. You are now at the lake that had the ruins on it, and there are still some ruins on it, but they're not as high up as they were before. They seem to be starting to sink now, but they are not like falling at the speed of gravity. They're just lower than they were before.
Gotcha.
All right. First thing we need is information.
Mhm.
I need to know if we can figure out how deep this lake is. Should probably take a look at that corruption mud, whatever, that's supposedly in the lake.
Right.
I need to know. I need to find someone that can describe the orb to me. The more I know about it, the easier it will be for me to find, I think.
Well, we've got Kavia. He
Yeah,
should be able to.
I'll try to describe it.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gonna roll and see how good of a job he does at that. Get up
Think
here, fish
hard,
man.
buddy. Think really hard.
Do do do. Okay. It's pretty good. All right. What did I call you in the inventory? All right. So yeah, he's so you're asking him to describe it like visually?
Yes.
Okay.
Knock it off.
Oh, sorry.
Not you, Cleo.
No, I know. I know. Yo, come on.
Yeah, knock it
Sure.
off, Kakavia. Stop tearing
Damn,
things up.
Kavia.
You don't name me like that. I am in fact an amazing guy, and here is your description. So the stone in question is in fact a rather large stone, about this big, and he holds his hands out, and about the size of like a sports ball, like a soccer ball or a volleyball or a basketball.
Ah,
It's about this big. It is dark stone. It is a bit bespeckled. Looking upon it is like looking on an ocean water. It sparkles a bit. If you look really close and there's a bit of water on it, it'll reflect in just such a way that really just brings a tear to your eye. But it also has the symbol of Eldath on one side of it. It's very large. You can't miss it. It's a big circle with a few lines going down it,
Flamingo.
and they curl at the end, similar to the one that you saw in my temple.
Just look at Aiden's neck. Or,
okay, and the
sorry,
one
on
that
his side.
the big guy has. Okay, that was very helpful. I guess the next thing we need to try and figure out is how deep this lake actually is.
Um,
That is
And
a
if
fair
there are
question.
any beasties lurking in it. Sorry, what?
what?
That is a fair question. I don't actually know how deep it is because prior to all of this happening, I attempted to swim down it at one point, and what I found was that while the upper areas of the lake are certainly wonderful and splendid, the further down you go, the harder it gets to swim.
How so?
The it gets darker because there's less light reaching you, of course, but also as you go further down, I've been in lakes before. I've been in the ocean. Something about this thing goes deeper than it should. I've never reached the bottom, and not for lack of trying.
Huh. So it doesn't get physically harder to swim, or does it?
It's not that it gets physically harder to swim. It's just harder to orient yourself when there's less light. And as you go down, it's very strange. You could swim down for minutes, and when you give up and turn back and swim back up, you'll be back to the surface in under a minute.
Interesting. Huh. Well, I have a way of being able to see where I'm going without needing sight. Hopefully that will help. That's very weird.
The biggest problem that I encountered when I tried to recover the stone myself was that as I went down, uh, it was like trying to swim through some kind of slimy membrane. It's just got really gross. It covered me. It was not pleasant. It made it much harder to breathe. It made it much harder to swim. Um, I I feel like whatever's going on down there is not natural, and it is not the way things were before. You would never know that these were blessed waters once you go more than 20 or 30 feet down.
Hmm. Well, that is very interesting. That might pose a wrinkle in our plan, but we have to get the orb somehow, so we'll just have to do it.
Yes, I will say that while I'm not aware of anything living down there beyond like the normal small bottom feeder fish and the like from before, uh, 6 of my people went down and did not come back up. So I have to
Oh.
assume either something dangerous lives down there or some property of the slimy sludge makes it difficult for people to return now. I barely got
Hmm.
back myself and I was exhausted.
Do you know if that sludge was always there?
It was not
Or
there
did it
before.
appear? So it appeared after the temple fell. Okay.
Yes. It was actually surprising when the temple itself shook and the the room itself, the main temple hall split directly down the middle, and that is what allowed the stone to fall through and under. We dived in behind it, but once we were down a certain distance, like I said, 20 or 30 or so feet, the water became dark. It became difficult to breathe and swim. And while my brothers in Eldath were perhaps braver than I, they did not return, and I turned back once I couldn't see or orient myself anymore. There was no way I was going to find it as I was.
Hmm. Well, being that you were there when it happened, you're the best source of information we're going to get. Hmm.
Um, I could summon Nimue or Vivian and see if maybe they might have some insight on what's going on in there.
Oh, it is a lake.
Yeah.
Sure. Can't hurt.
Like I don't know what it. Yeah, can't hurt. Uh, yeah. Any opposition to me doing that?
None here. The more information we can get, the better.
Any opposition from anyone else? Can anyone else hear me?
We can hear you, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
NPCs are not opposing.
Okay. I didn't.
Yeah. He's
It.
down.
Okay. Cool. I think you were muted when you were.
Yeah, I didn't want to
If you were
interrupt.
saying anything. Okay. So yeah, she'll summon Nimue first.
Okay. You're summoning Nimue in
Um.
the water?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, you follow the ritual as before, and just to clarify, like you're not on a boat anymore, you're just on the land next to it. So you're kind of in the
Mhm.
shallows. She comes up out of the shallows. The thing that you notice when she comes out of the shallows is that because the water here is a little less clear,
Mhm.
Aspects of her form have like bits of swirling clay and soil from the shallow water mixed in, and it makes it look a little bit darker than usual, but it's still nice. Like it doesn't look horrible. It's just like looking at someone through like a beer bottle or a soda bottle or something. So
Yeah.
still sparkly.
Yeah.
Oh, this is different.
Yeah, sorry, darling. All right, so we're about to go diving down into this lake to see if we can figure out where this orb of Eldath has gone off to. Um, do you have any idea about what might be in this lake?
Like, give me a moment and I'll see what I can find.
Mm.
And even though she's made of water, she nonetheless leans over and holds her water ear against the surface of the water as if she's listening.
Yeah, kind of really adorable.
And she's gonna make a roll. Oh, this is interesting.
What
There's
is
more
that?
than one lake here.
What?
There's the surface lake and then there's an underlake.
The dermis
What?
lake and the
Uh,
epidermis lake.
what?
The, there's the surface lake, which is what you would expect. It would make sense for the size of the space. But below that, there's another texture. There's like a subspace that exists in the shadow of this lake, and it goes much, much deeper. I would
What?
wager that whatever is happening up here is a direct result of something down there.
I see. That tracks because Kakavia over there said it was very difficult to swim down there. It was like a sludge in the bottom of the lake. It just seemed like it didn't end.
Yes, I can sense troubling, troubling things about this water. I'm having trouble sensing living things in this water. Like there are some fish, but I would not recommend eating them. And
No.
beyond that, as you get closer to the Underlake, I I can feel the corruption that would usually be associated with uh, the monstrous undead. I would wager that a creature such as Einosh must have reached it from the bottom.
Oh, good. Just what we need.
Ugh.
The top layer, the proper lake, still seems to have some amount of residual divinity in it. It's not full holy water, but it does seem to at least be holding out, and that's perhaps the only thing keeping those stones where they are. But as you go further down, it's deeply corrupted.
Oh, good. Um, do you have any suggestions for how to deal with this?
Your goal is to nonetheless reach the lower levels and recover the lost token of, I suppose,
Yeah,
Eldath would be her name. Yes, Eldath, my
yeah.
sister-ish. It's complicated. I'll explain it later, maybe. We'll see. But yes,
It's
the my understanding from what I've heard before is that if the stone has fallen, then such a divinely consecrated item would likely stand out in an environment like that, like a star in the sky or like a torch in a cave.
mm-hmm.
So, should you successfully reach it, you shouldn't have too much trouble finding it. But your biggest problem will probably be that once you enter the Underlake, the water will be rejecting you thoroughly. You'll need to keep yourself as safe from that as you can. Like my protection will allow you specifically, pointing directly at Diana, a degree of protection from water, but the things in the water I cannot protect you from. The group of you will have to rely on your own methods to stay safe there. I would wager, if this has truly been reached and corrupted by Inosh, that you should expect something dark down there, perhaps several. I can sense movement rippling up from below, and if I can sense it from here, it must be large.
Oh, good. Oh,
Do not be
okay.
afraid to leave if it is beyond what you feel comfortable taking on. This is not your environment.
I know. This is this is important to them, though, and it's it's important to keep the stupid tree at bay.
I would wager that if you successfully do recover this item and its root has grown so far as to reach here, that forcing it to draw holy water would definitely hinder its growth.
I agree. Okay, so we're dealing with an Underlake that has some kind of large, nasty something in it. Um, this orb may or may not have fallen in there, and we're going to have a different kind of protection once we get down there. Got it. Okay. Um. All right. Did everybody catch all of that?
Yep.
Yes. Iden turns to Kakavia and goes, "All right, updated plan. Annis, if you are in shark mode and the waters are harder to swim in, do you have the ability to move freely? Cough, cough, freedom of movement spell prepared. Or are you gonna have to?
I don't have freedom of movement, but I've got an ability. I don't know if it works, but I've got an ability that lets me ignore difficult terrain, I think.
Okay, if you do, then I am not as concerned on that front. Um, not surprised by the undead variety below. Again, an apostle, which means not
Okay,
only are we going
moving,
to be
moving through non-magical difficult terrain costs you no extra.
the question if it's not magical or not.
I can also pass through non-magical plants without being slow.
If this is a cause because of the corruption is magical, then that might not fly. What I can do
I have
is
advantage against saving throws against plants that are magical for a minute. It's land stride. I don't know if it works underwater.
It's not
yeah,
water stride.
Let
yeah.
me take the wild.
Um, what I can do is I can give you freedom of movement. That way you can haul with Diana on you. Kakavia and I will be in the bubble, which you'll need to cast at that point because I will need to be concentrating. Actually, no, freedom of movement does not require concentration. Um, so I will have that set on Ennis. We get in the bubble. I'm cackling. Okay, hold on. Better?
Better, yeah.
Okay, yes. So I'll cast freedom of movement on you. Kakavi and I will be in the bubble, and we shall start our prayers. Hopefully, with trying to consecrate the lake below, we can open a pathway. And if anything gets near, we can channel our divinity and hopefully turn the creature away from you. And that way you can get in and out.
And this sounds,
That's about as good of a plan
Yeah.
as we're going to get, I think. It's all a matter of, even with the freedom of movement, can I pass through that sludge? I'll
Well,
be able to
that
see, but I don't
should
know if I'll
help
be able to
you.
pass through this.
Any spell and other magical effect cannot reduce your speed. Like freedom of movement lets you move freely. Like that is its whole purpose. And you also can't be paralyzed or restrained if anything tries to grab you. So another big importance to that spell and him trying to protect you with it.
We'll just see what happens.
Okay.
As a reef shark, I do have to breathe water
Yeah.
and
But
not
we are not.
sludge.
oh, you're going to be a reef shark?
Yes, that's the plan. Reef sharks can see in the dark.
Diana just has this little grin on her face, just like, that's gonna be so cute.
Well, my plan was to be a really big reef shark so that someone could ride on my back. I won't, especially if it's as big as a sports ball, I won't be able to pick it up in my mouth, the orb. So
Oh,
someone will have to hold
yeah,
on
of
to
course.
it.
I mean, I'm more than happy to.
Well, I guess you're volunteering.
Yeah. So Derek and Freddie are kind of staring at each other and then staring back at the water. And then Derek is sort of awkwardly saying, "So, like, I'm all for going, but I don't know how useful I'm going to be down there."
Hard to punch underwater. That's fair.
I can move a
Well,
bit, but I can't really fight much underwater.
I'm gonna keep Enon up top watching our stuff.
Oh, right. We can't take bags underwater. They just fill with
Do
water and then
you
explode.
Yeah. Do you wanna stay with him? And if anything, y'all can keep watch
They
just in case?
they nod. Like, there's not really much they can do for this kind of adventure. Like, technically, Freddie can go if
Yeah,
you
I
want
was
him to.
like,
Like, Freddie doesn't have to breathe, but
I'm
like,
gonna say, Freddie, if he wants to join me in the bubble, he is free to do so because it will encompass him. And then, and just kinda looks at Buck and go, you can just, chill in there as backup. And just points to, like, Diana's little bottle.
yeah. So Bucks shrugs and will hop in the bottle whenever, acknowledging that there's not really necessarily a lot he can do because he also needs to breathe. Um,
Oh,
but
Oh, well,
yeah.
actually, I have a plan. Regardless of whether you're going in the water on purpose or not, I'm just going to cast water breathing on all of you, just to be safe.
okay,
No?
let's go ahead and do that.
Okay, all right, circle up. All of you, even you, Kakavia, even you, Freddie. I know you don't need to breathe. If you can breathe underwater, you can talk underwater.
Alright.
And I will
All right,
cast water breathing. I can get up to 10 people. It is not concentration.
all right. Let me add Kakavia to the combat tracker then.
Do
Um,
okay, so do I need to drag it onto all of them or
You just cast the spell. It's not concentration, so I'm not worried about it. Just check it off, and I will drag the effect to everyone.
that is a third level spell? Oh
uh,
man, there we
before we do go under, I will hit, and with the freedom of movement. I'm just gonna wait because it's only an hour.
go. If
Wow.
some sort of giant beast starts chasing us, we're gonna book it for the surface, and hopefully we'll be able to fight it up here in the holy water, where it has disadvantage. Something
Yeah.
like that.
I mean, that sounds like fun to me.
My plan, well, hopefully, if all goes well, I'll just swim down as a reef shark and I will find the orb, and then uh, Casta will be able to pick up the orb and hand it to Diana because Casta won't need to be able, I will be able to tell Casta where it is with my mind, even though she won't be able to see, and neither will Diana. That's the plan, anyway.
Fair enough.
Well,
Okay,
yeah.
so you, as long as everyone has checked off any spells that they are casting.
All right.
Yeah.
I was gonna add breathe underwater, but it's literally everyone, so I'm not gonna bother.
Okay.
All right. I'm drinking a potion of Get Big. Where is potion of? I know I have.
Embiggening. Super size.
I am.
2005. I
I'll
think we
find
still have
it.
super size.
I'll find it. I'm big. There it is. Potion of growth. So I am big, Annis. Hello down there.
Big ol'
I'm
Annis.
big.
Not looking up.
Large Annis.
Winks and Derek.
Winks back.
And then I'm going to do. All right. So I'm about to be shark. So I'm going to do locate object as well, which gives me that for like an. Oh, never mind. It gives me that for 10 minutes. Okay.
Ooh.
We better swim fast.
I say I thought it was a Oops.
Concentration up to 10 minutes. I sense the direction an object to the object's location as long as the object is within 1,000 feet.
Oh dear.
If it's in motion, I know the direction of the movement. Hang on. It can locate a specific object known to me as long as I've seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. Or it can locate the nearest object of a particular kind. Even though it was described to me, I've never actually.
Correct. So,
And if it's behind lead, I can't sense it. Okay.
yeah, so you're going to have to describe what you're looking for.
I will just repeat what Kakabi has said.
That's
Big
fair.
old mottled, got the symbol of Eldath on it.
Okay.
It's
important to
Sparkles
clarify.
in a way that makes you cry or something.
It is important to clarify that because if you're just like the nearest symbol of Eldath, it's just going to point at them. So.
Oh, well, it's right there.
Tee.
All right. Locate object. I'm big. I've got freedom of movement on me now, I assume.
Yes, you do. I've used all of my spells. So,
And
hey.
without further ado, I start to jump into the lake and turn into a big reef shark.
Woo.
Bam.
You're staying near the surface for a second.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not
Actually,
diving
wait,
into
hold on. I need to.
Caster goes into her spirit form, obviously.
Yep.
Got one wild chance.
Okay. Buck is in bottle.
Right off the bat, do I sense the object within 1,000 feet of me?
Like standing here or floating here in the water?
Mm-hmm.
You do not yet.
Fantastic.
Woohoo!
Love it.
Keeps it
How
interesting.
I think it's like 40 feet per.
40 feet sounds right.
20 feet. Yep, 40 feet per round. So let me. That's like 400 feet a minute. Right?
That sounds right.
Yeah, okay.
I can never
I did
remember
not-
how long a round is in 5th edition. I think it's
It's 6 seconds,
6
isn't
seconds.
it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think.
I
It's
got
either
like
6 or 10.
solid
I don't
2
actually
in
know.
math. So that sounds right to me. 400 feet per minute. Once Diana's on my back.
Yeah.
I don't have a saddle, so she's just gonna have to hold on.
I mean, she can do that. Before she hops on and she's gonna go to like dismiss Nimue, she's just gonna go up to her or go up to Nimue and be like, I need you to promise me something.
Can we
Make
say
a
we did this
request.
before I shark?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay,
that's
cool.
what I was trying to do, and
Sorry,
then
sorry.
sharking happened.
Sorry.
You're good.
I'm just so excited.
I know. Did you say anything? I'm so sorry. I couldn't hear.
Oh, she just said, State your request.
It's like, if for some reason the worst happens, I want you to come and get me, okay?
Come and get you?
Yes. As in, if I don't come back, like if I die, and then she's referring to, like, you know how when Soren died and she came and like fetched Soren,
Oh.
She wants to be passed on. Yeah.
or she wants Nimue specifically to come and get her.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
understand.
Aiden understands. Yeah.
But sorry, what?
Yes, of course. If you
I
die in my service and you're important to me, I will make sure.
Okay. I just,
But do what you can to come back.
you know, I will. And then she's just gonna kiss Nimue on the forehead and then send her off.
Okay. She smiles and then she splashes back into the water, and there's a little bit of mud on Diana's lips now.
Hey,
Ew. Ew.
you stop that!
All right, and then I shock.
All right, now you're a shark. Okay, so explain to me the group orientation, because I imagine now that you're sharking and now that you've cast some spells that the clock is beginning. So, who is in the water and where are they in relation to each other? Because I'm going to position you on a black map.
So Diana is gonna be riding on Anis's back.
Okay.
Oh, before I sharked, I definitely handed off my bags and various other things to
Yeah.
Derek.
Okay. As you're handing your things off, then I'm going to operate in the assumption that in shark mode you have no equipment.
No equipment.
No equipment. Okay. Aiden, I'm assuming you do not have your saddlebags on.
No, the things that he would have though are his shield still, and hold on, let me get back to my inventory. Wait. Bow underwater is no good. He will have his mace if it comes to it. It's just strapped to his side. And then I think honestly, besides obviously his holy symbol, he will. His necklace, his holy symbol are still attached to him. He's made sure to tighten it like his
Okay.
necklace, so it's like a choker at that point. But otherwise,
Oh, I do have a pouch with a couple of spell components in it, but
Okay.
otherwise, I left basically everything else.
All right. I'm assuming the spell components are things that are not just completely ruined by a wet pouch.
Yeah, like a shard of iron and
Okay.
a twig.
Right. I assumed druidic components are a little more water compatible, but just wanted to make sure.
No flame tongue longsword underwater.
Right.
Both staffs.
Okay.
Diana's bringing her sword, and then she's only bringing one spell component with her because most of her spell components are actually water, apparently.
How
But
convenient.
like, I know, right? Hey. But like the one
yeah.
that she would need that she might use that wouldn't be water basically is some mica chips. And she's got those tucked into a little pocket on her
Okay.
dress.
Cool.
The last thing I bring is the vampire duck of Eldath.
Okay.
Very important.
Very.
All right.
Very.
Very.
Just in case anybody forgot. What? No, I don't have that bookmarked. What are you talking about?
What? Gotta consecrate in style, baby.
All right, your holy symbol.
Absolutely.
Okay, so spacing wise, I'm gonna put you all on a map just so I can keep track of it. So
Yeah.
dragging onto a map that none of you can see yet. Got do 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 do. I am not gonna put Derek on the map because he's on the surface. I will add Freddy next to Aiden. I will add Kakavia next to Aiden. Right.
Oh, and my goggles of dark vision, they're working like little swimmer goggles at this point.
Fair enough.
Keep my eyes clean.
Okay, so
Those three are in the bubble.
Yeah,
One person's
Kakavia, I'm
casting the
Freddy.
bubble, and the other one's consecrating the water under Annis once we get to the sludge.
Yeah, I'm gonna need Kakavia to cast that bubble.
So it's Iden, Kakavia, and
Freddy.
Freddy. Okay.
And we've got Shark Annis, Diana,
And Buck inside.
Spirit Form, Cersei, and Buck
Yeah.
in the bottle.
Gotcha.
The bottle's waterproof, right?
I
yes,
would hope so.
it
Okay.
is.
You can
It is
breathe
capable of
anyway.
such things. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so
Loads.
for right
Oh, yeah,
now,
mix the bottle.
I have you on here. So you're relying on Kakavia to make the sphere, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He will make it for the initial duration.
Cool.
And he notes that he can only do this like twice. So
Cool.
yeah, spell slots are fun.
Yeah, they
Um,
are.
okay. So assuming we're ready, Annis has become Shark. Um, and also large. The effects are not on her that I can see, but we'll deal with that when we deal with that. Okay, so we're going to start with Bubble Team because Bubble Team has the most logistical stuff to figure out right now. So you're wading out into the water. Everyone's treading water.
Yep.
Iden kind of floats because of how horses work,
Tea.
um, which is really funny. If you get spun over, it'll be weird. But yeah. So the three of you are out there. He's going to cast the sphere with the three of you there, meaning the bottom like half of the sphere is also going to be full of water.
Why
So,
don't you just cast outside the water? Well, no, that would take too much time, yeah.
I mean, you can cast outside the water if you want to, in which case the whole thing will be dry. You could do that. You'll just have to
Yeah.
then get rolled into the water, and then we'll
I can run
determine
fast enough like a hamster wheel.
your weight.
It's
So
fine.
you're gonna do that?
Derek can do it.
Yeah, just to keep us dry for the
Okay.
moment I get. Oh,
So the
yeah.
three of you are now in a hamster ball together.
Yeah.
One of you is trying to concentrate on the hamster ball, while another one of you is trying to move a hamster ball
Woo.
into the water.
Oh, I
Um,
figured Derek could just Katamari it like he did.
I
You know,
mean, he
that's
can
fair.
push you into the water if you want, but
Yeah.
all right. So Derek's going to push you into the water. Um, things to know: the rules state that um, the sphere is weightless.
Yep.
Things in the sphere are not.
Yeah.
So you will be capable of sinking in this sphere because you're a big chunky horseman. Um,
Yeah.
but um, just keep in mind that you are heavier than water while you're in the sphere, so it will sink. So he's going to push you out, but you're not going to just like float out to the middle and then sink. Like you're just going to roll out and start sinking immediately.
Good.
So you're
The
rolled
smart
out
thing.
and sinking, and this I'm not going to make Kakavia roll concentration for this initial part. That would be stupid. Um, Likewise, Freddy is focusing on not eating the magic that is keeping you in place. So that's kind of his focus right now. So you three are out in the ball. You are sinking. Annis is shark. Do 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 do. And Diana is holding on to Annis. You are now diving, correct?
Sort of at an angle, heading for the center of the lake where the
Okay.
actual temple is before she starts really diving.
Okay. So, are you keeping what proximity to the sphere? Because the sphere does
No,
not
I'm
have as
going
much
top
control
speed.
as you do.
Okay,
I'm going
yeah,
at top speed.
if she was to just aim directly for the middle, then yeah, he would have just waited to get in the middle. Like, the point is keeping close to them.
Okay. In that case, you can do
So,
it in the middle.
we've
You're
got water,
half
yeah.
submerged in holy water or whatever, close to holy water. Neat.
Yeah.
Sinking from the middle. Cool.
Woo.
All right.
Even
So you're out in the
faster.
middle. You're going down. The clock is ticking as you go down.
Woo.
So at first, while you're going down in the water, you can see the top layer of water. It's pretty clean. It's kind of clear.
Yay.
You're not stuck in the like the soily parts anymore, so it's a bit more clear. You can get a general sense that this was probably very pretty when it was properly filtered by divinity. The sky above you, um, oddly enough, because the sky looks like a layer of water, like once you're under the water and you look up at the sky, um, it's this weird double refraction thing. So, like, the bright light of what is the sun in the daylight is still above you, but making out practically anything above the surface is impossible. Like, it's double refracted in weird ways, but you know which way is up, which is important. Um, you're descending. As you're descending and you look down below you, it is definitely dark. And um, while you can see some fish and whatnot swimming around in the surface area, and Annis can definitely see these things as she's swimming around with Diana, you're coming about 20 to 30 feet down. It gets a lot darker, and the light above you is starting to fade pretty fast. I assume everyone is cool with continuing to go down.
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Okay. As you hit the dark part, um, people in the sphere looking out, you notice that while the sphere itself is transparent, whatever the stuff that you're floating into is translucent at best. This is a really gross, slick, sticky looking substance that is wrapping around from the bottom as you go down and is just covering the the membrane of the sphere. It seems to be sticking to it. It's gooey. It's almost like bile, just wrapping
Okay.
around it. You're safe in there, but you're having a harder time seeing out of it already. It seems to be sticking to the sphere rather than just passing over it. But you are continuing to go down. Um,
I then once we hit that, like, immediately, that, uh, halfway point, and it starts wrapping, Aiden's going to start praying immediately to try and start the work towards, like, consecrating this place and, like, bringing Eldath power in.
okay. And what are you using for consecration here? Is it the spell?
Uh, I don't know what technicality you would want that to be. Like, that's what I asked before, is, like,
Uh-huh.
what would you count this as?
Right. So I'm just trying to find what you're trying to use. To see.
Well, that's my problem,
Yeah.
is I don't know what you would make that. That's why I'm like, I that is the question.
Okay.
Uh,
So like in turn, like there are rituals for purification, obviously.
yeah, and that's what I was like, if it wasn't like an actual like spell, like I was thinking like it's a ritual that it's like they kind of all gather and do, but I wanted to make like I wasn't quite sure because I never really quite got an answer on that
Right.
one.
So your objective here is to
Yeah.
make the area immediately around you less gross.
Yeah,
Um,
and kind of like that way they can see a little better and the pathway opens up a little bit. Because like from what Kakabi has said, they had tried to do it, but they couldn't do enough from the top. But if you're within it, we're kind of directly around it, so it should be easier to dispel.
Uh-huh. So,
Like, would you want that to be a dispel magic?
so part of the problem that you're going to run into is
Yeah.
that you're in a bubble that expressly doesn't let magic through.
And that's why
Yeah.
again I was just like,
So,
it's
like
a it's
as
a
a
ritual thing
ritual
and like
for trying to like purify the area around you, you can get the whole thing started. You could be doing a ritual like an abstract, not like written in the book ritual. Um,
yeah, that's like
but
I
to
know like
continue it and actually impact the world, you're eventually going to have to take the bubble down.
yeah,
So if you're
that's
starting
with
that
me.
now, so that like once this 1 minute of bubble is
Goes.
over,
Mhm.
then the effect that's building up inside of it and like that half of the sphere that's water will be able to
Yes.
spread out as soon as that's over. So
Take the holy water in here.
yeah. Now, obviously, there are spells that can kind of approximate this, but they do different mechanical things, so we're kind of ignoring them. Like this is not an art of purity kind of deal. Like that does
Yeah.
specific stuff that isn't this. Um, so yeah, for the purposes of this, you're doing a ritual. It's going to take some time,
Yeah.
but you started it is the important part.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what yeah.
yeah. So you're
Cool.
doing that while the other two are focusing on their own business. Um,
Mhm.
outside of your bubble, Anna Shark and Diana are going through this gross sludgy stuff. And
Blech.
yeah, that's not great. So you've got freedom of movement up. So
Mm-hmm.
the good news is that it's not slowing you down. You get the impression as you go through it, as Diana is certainly feeling, that this stuff is like trying to swim through cheese.
Ugh.
Like it's incredibly thick, it's incredibly gross. You get the impression that it's probably toxic, just from the fact that it is making your skin burn underwater.
Oh.
Ooh.
Like not enough to cause damage, but you know this isn't good. Um, and as you're going through it, you're not slowed down by it. Is the important part. From what you're saying before, I'm assuming you're just aiming to continue going down and just gun right through it.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, Anna says freedom of movement. That's fine. Um, Diana is going to have to make a check to make sure she can hang on to a shark under these conditions.
Okay.
So
Uh,
for Diana,
mm-hmm.
you are going to have to make a strength or athletics, I guess for you, they're probably the same check,
Okay.
just to
Can
hang
I sense
on.
the orb yet?
Ooh, that's a
Um,
7.
okay, so you cannot sense the orb yet, um,
Mm-hmm.
but you do sense Diana slipping off of you somewhere in that gunk.
Mm,
You can still sense her
um,
location, but your effective blind sight is limited in here because it senses stuff in every direction. It's just full. But you can sense where
um,
she is as an absence of that stuff. So you can double back to grab her if you want to try.
yeah. And can Cersei help? I know she can't see, but I can tell her roughly where Diana is.
To try to have Cersei grab her?
Yeah, and put her back on my back.
Yeah, you can communicate that to her and she can attempt a roll for that. So you can have um, Cersei do a strength check to try to grab Diana on a pass or athletics, whichever.
So strength or wait, strength or
It's essentially
athletics?
athletics if you have it, otherwise it's just strength. She is not built for this either. Diana, you can't see anything and it hurts and you're not on the shark and someone just slapped you.
Ah! Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Um,
Okay, so at this point, um, where you're at, the sphere with the others is going down. Diana is somewhere in this muck, and Anna's shark gets to make a decision. Are you going to keep trying to get Diana at the risk of losing the sphere, or are you going to continue down?
I'm gonna keep trying to get Diana. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, you can do another pass because, like, you know where she is. She just can't do much to find you because she can't see.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do another pass, and you can give uh, Caster another roll.
+3. That's also, I guess. Thanks. That's
Okay,
better.
that is much better. All right. At this time, when she goes around, Diana feels a tug as if someone grabbed her and she's pulled down at the full speed of the 40 feet around that you're getting out of the shark. Um, so once it's clear, you know psychically that you've got her. You go back to going down, and after about like 40 or so feet of this gunk, you get through, and you're in a very different place. It is no longer that mucous membrane anymore. It's dark, like you don't see the light above you anymore, which is disorienting. You're in total black, but you're no longer up there, and instead, you can sense the stone.
Oh,
You can sense the stone. It is very much down from here. It seems to be
mm.
down, and to the best of your ability, it seems like it's down in the direction that the sphere was going, like right down middle.
So the sphere's ahead of us now because I had to double back for
Right, the
Diana.
sphere is ahead of you. It's just fallen.
Okay.
The people in the sphere is still covered in that mucousy membraney stuff, so you're having a really hard time seeing out of it into the blackness around you.
Ooh,
Your ritual continues.
yeah.
So, yay. Um,
Uh,
so, yep, Diana, you can't see anything, but now that you're out of that stuff, you don't feel like you're burning anymore.
Good.
You were not exposed to it long enough for permanent, effects, but you know that it would be the kind of place where if someone were to actually get stuck there, they would probably die.
Fun.
Yeah, but you're not stuck there. You are now below it, riding on the back of Shark.
Sweet.
yeah, Annis is gonna go as fast as she can down towards, down towards where she can sense the orb.
Okay. Um, Let me see. All right, so you are a reef shark.
Yep, 40 feet per second.
Cool.
Per 6 seconds. Sorry.
All right. Just want to check something. You're currently a large reef shark,
Yeah, that is true.
which is fun. All right. You're a large reef shark with blind sight of 30 feet.
Oh,
Um, Reef shark Annis, give me a perception check.
cool. Um, do I just roll my regular perception, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, just roll your regular perception.
Hey.
That helps.
Woo.
Nice. Okay, Reef shark Annis. So it's super dark in here. Obviously, the others can't see anything right now. Like, this is not the kind of thing that dark vision seems to be able to see through because you can just tell from the fact that you're swimming through it that this is not clear water in darkness. Like, this is very polluted water. Um, you get the impression that you're probably going to be spitting gross stuff out of your throat when you get out for a while. Or at least you would be if these were your lungs, but thankfully they're like rental lungs. The others, however, are probably going to feel very sick later.
Oh
Um,
no.
but given all that, you can also sense that while the people in the ball can't tell, and while Diana can't tell, um, you are not alone in here.
Hmm.
There are other things swimming around you within that 30-foot radius, and those things are about as big as you are.
Fun.
And with the 20 on that, you have enough context to know that there are at least 3 or 4 of them swimming around you.
Can I see where the sphere is? Have I caught up to them?
You are just on the peripheral of the sphere because you are actually swimming a little bit faster than they are falling, but you obviously lost a little bit of time. Like you're just now getting to range of them, and you can you can't see them, but your blind sight is within range, so you're at like 25 feet away from them, but still a little bit higher than them.
Would Caster be able to, in her like non-corporeal spirit form, be able to go into the bubble?
Nothing can go in and nothing can go out from what it
Yeah,
says.
she would not be able to pass through that in her other state, specifically because it also blocks magic. In Fate terms, her spiritrons cannot pass through the threshold. Because
Fair.
why
Okay.
use normal words when you can use weird pseudoscience words?
So I've got no way of communicating to anyone but her that there are beasties around. Fantastic.
Yay.
Could I push the sphere?
Could you push it?
Could I push it down?
I mean, if you
It
you'll
would slow
catch
me
up to
down.
it in another round or two. If that's your goal, then that's what you'll do.
Hells yeah.
But I'm swimming. I can swim faster than they can.
You're swimming
Can
faster
I
than they can
sense?
fall. You're just playing catch up.
Can I sense how far away the orb is, or just now I
It's
can
about
sense
25
it?
feet away.
I'm sorry.
It's about 25 feet away.
Oh.
Like it's within your blind sight.
Yeah, grab a go, grab a go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna swim down to it then.
Okay. As you are swimming down to the orb, something tries to bonk you.
Oh no.
And we are gonna make that roll with, oh man, the combat track is full of other people now who aren't even here. Like Hemlock.
Yeah, Hemlock is perched on Derek's head, safe and sound.
Yep. All right, so let's see here.
Oh, am I far enough away from Hemlock? Can I sense him, or
You
did that
cannot sense
connection?
Hemlock,
Yeah, we're in another dimension.
pretty much. That's how that goes. All right.
I heard you like lakes, so we put a lake in your lake.
I was thinking the same thing.
Effectively.
Slaps it.
All right, let me just add some stuff. Ah.
Put a lake in your lake so you can swim while you swim.
So you can drown while you drown.
No, I cast water breathing on everyone. No one's drowning.
You'd be amazed at what you can drown in.
Ah!
Meanwhile, Diana covered in goo.
Yeah, Diana's not having a good time.
She's just like,
She's like,
I cannot die like this.
why did I bother taking
Get
a
her
shower
out.
this morning?
I didn't even hesitate when you were like, "Are you going back for Diana?" Like, of course.
Hey, I have to ask.
Even if I didn't want to, my dear darling roommate would strangle me to death.
Look, you do what you need to do. However,
But Annis would obviously go back. She's not just gonna leave her to
All
drown.
I'm saying is if you left, all I can imagine is the bubble hitting Diana. She's just like arms splayed across and just we keep sinking.
Not my hands!
It's like,
she's
ooh,
like, all right, fuck this shit. I'm
start.
out. Water, like, activates her
Oh,
water
that's
thing.
true. You've got like a return to surface free card, which you didn't explain. So Ennis doesn't know you can do it.
I didn't have time to explain.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so okay, so something gets pierced into you.
Oh, fantastic. I don't seem to have the map.
Nope, you
No one
don't.
has the map, right? Okay.
You do not have the map yet. You'll get a map when you can see.
Great.
Okay, so yeah, something is stabbed into you, but you maintain concentration, which is important. And now I ask you to make a strength check.
Drink. Okay. Oh, since I'm big, isn't there like a bigger modifier?
I think so.
Okay, I'm just rolling my base strength, but it should be higher than that because of the big, right?
Checking. All right. Enlarge. Target size doubles. Blah blah blah. Large. Disciplines. Enlarged
Oh, maybe.
weapons.
Oh, and then the reef shark has a strength of 14, actually, which is higher than my strength.
You have
No, it's the
advantage on
same.
strength checks and strength saving throws. So
Okay.
that is what
Shall I
being
roll
big
it
does for you.
again?
Yeah, roll it again. See if one or the other is better.
Okay, I'll take the 13.
All right, the 13, and you have a strength of what? 14, you said?
Yeah.
So that'd be 14.
So it'd be plus 2.
Yeah.
So cool. So you're at 14 is your roll, and over here. Okay. So Diana, you are being you're swimming, you're riding down, you think it's down. It's kind of hard to tell directions at this point. And out of nowhere, suddenly giant shark anus stops and jerks hard to the left.
Oh.
So give me another strength check to see if you hang on.
Oh boy.
Nasuverse help?
16?
Hey.
Oh, never mind. You don't need it.
No, you're good. So you hang on as shark anus is tugged 20 feet to the left.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
And yeah, so that happened. Annis, you can, now that you're 20 feet closer to this thing, see what it is in a way that only Annis can see.
Hooray.
Oh.
Ooh, Fishman.
That's hot.
That's a big
Oh,
fish,
Oh my
man.
god, no.
That is a large fish, man. This large fish man is as big as Anna's shark. And looking at it, Annis, give me a perception check because you're the only one who can see it. Okay,
Okay.
so things to know about this weird angry fish man. Like, does have a harpoon. Is very big. Um, it is wearing something that seems to have been sized for something smaller than it. Um, it's being ripped and torn in places. It's more of a sash than a shirt, but around its neck, very, very tight to the point where you wonder if this thing can actually breathe properly, but it's got gills, so maybe. Um, there hangs a pendant with a symbol of Eldath on it.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, that water morphed him.
What?
The water
That's
morphed
probably
him.
that's probably one of the fishmen that went missing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay.
So yeah, that thing harpooned you, and that pulled you 20 feet off course.
Sure did. Can I
The others continue to sink.
can't really talk to it. I suppose I have shark language. I'm definitely gonna tell Cersei about it.
Oh, good.
She would have disadvantage on everything because I mean I can share with her what I'm seeing, quote unquote.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
And now that you're
Um,
closer to it, you can see that there are, in fact, like I said, there are 3 of them
mhm.
around you. But you're also, through the course of being tugged over out of nowhere, that did bring you slightly more above the falling sphere. And you can see that there are also 3 of them right above the sphere.
Great. So there's 4 total.
There are 6 total.
6.
They
Oh
are all
boy.
big.
All right. Okay. I'm going to have Cersei whip out some big magic, I think.
Okay.
I just hope this works. Mass polymorph. Turn them all into little turtles. Harmless little turtles. Now, it does require a caterpillar cocoon. I don't know if that would be
Um,
ruined in water.
so does it require sight?
Verbal, somatic, and material, up to 10 creatures of your choice, dang, that you can see. But like I
Yeah.
said, I can share with her my
You can, but that's not the
blind
same
sight
as her
vision.
seeing them.
It
She
doesn't
isn't seeing
count?
through you, you're not a familiar.
Okay.
If you can get
Never
her
mind.
close enough to them, she can cast spells, but she has to, like, she's close enough to the first one if you want to try to
Yeah.
cast a spell on that. But
Like a
Let me check something else then. That you can see. Okay.
actually, yeah, she's close. Diana can also see this thing now that you're within 5 feet. It is within your
Okay.
Wow.
radius. So I'm just gonna
Um,
drag you to a map so that you can actually start to see now
is
that you're
this big
fighting
fish
stuff.
man a monster?
Is it a what?
Is it a monster?
I mean, like, you mean its creature type?
yeah.
Yeah. Would
Um,
dominate monster work on it?
Dominate monster, I think just works on anything, doesn't it?
A creature that you can see within range. I know with some things it's very much like, oh, it only
Creature
works on
means
thing.
yeah, if it says creature, that's anything.
Okay. So you could use dominate monster on a human?
Mhm.
Yes.
Huh.
It is the better version of the same spell.
Yep.
Okay. Let me check something. I really should have been checking all of these ahead. Um, willing creatures. Yeah, they're not willing.
The fun concept of a willing creature when you're using dominate spells.
No, I was looking at a different one on her level 8 spell chart.
All right.
Up to 12 creatures that you can see. Damn it.
Yeah. Underwater sucks. Don't go there. Anyway, I'm going to share
So
a map at all of you now.
we can
Just
Yeah.
to.
all see the one that's 5 feet away that harpooned me, and I can see that there are 5 others, but they can't see them.
All right. So let me turn on the visibility for the ones that can be seen.
Oh, we're not too far away from the bubble.
Yay.
Let's see here. There we go. Spooky, spooky. All right. So can all of you see on the map?
All I see is a Diana floating in the depths.
Yeah.
I
That seems
don't.
right.
I would rather not kill these guys, but
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
guess you
have
don't have any
fun with
light
it.
sources. Like no one actually cast anything. Um, well, that's
So
what that.
we did confirm that like Diana can see this giant fish dude, right?
Yes, I will. I'm gonna mark visible the one that attacked. So
are the other 5 within 30 feet?
Are they within 30 feet?
Yeah.
Some of them are.
Hmm.
You mean 30 feet in every direction, or like from one end to the other?
30 feet away from the one that we can see.
Not all of them are, but a few
Hmm.
of them are.
It's all a matter of do we want to fight these guys, or do we want to try everything we can to not? Because like I'm assuming they're morphed from the good guys, being that they're wearing the symbols of Eldath. So we don't want to kill them.
They might already be dead and just because again they're undead. That is what she said. So they are not alive anymore.
Okay, and that
Take them to the other side. They've got to be reborn.
Say, what are you planning? Oh, I was gonna try Charm Monster.
that's the thing,
Yeah.
and there's no way for us to communicate. Are we fighing them, or are we trying to just?
Annis, you're up next to it. Give me an Arcana check.
Oh no,
Oh.
too many of those. Map too big. Hang on, I have to fix. Why are maps like this?
Because it's hard.
I can't even move it into a I'm just.
You want me to make it sync up size for you?
Yeah, because I can't even move it anywhere to be. There we go. I finally found the. And then of
Yeah, I
course
don't know
now.
why those aren't on by default. It's kind of frustrating.
All right, hang on. I'm moving it instead of moving it. Fantasy Grounds. Why are you a bad program? Okay,
It
that's
is
more managed.
cruel and
I'm rolling
unforgiving.
perception. Perception.
You're rolling Arcana.
Arcana.
Okay. Oh, I don't have any skills in Arcana.
I mean, you rolled high enough to know that this thing in front of you does not appear to be undead.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
All right.
It
That's
Let's
a
doesn't
throw
look
nice.
out.
happy, but it doesn't appear to be undead.
Let's throw away that.
Oh, I guess I'll make your little sphere around you too, just because for funsies.
Am I up in? No, you just said I'm up close to it, not that I'm up in combat. Okay. Maybe this. Popping up over there. That's stupid. Oh. Oh, are they humanoid?
They are not. They are
Okay.
monstrosities.
That will not work then.
Well, hold on. Let me confirm. I have not actually checked. Make sure I'm not lying to you. Yep, they're monstrosities. Large monstrosities.
So breathe underwater implies that you can speak underwater.
Yeah, that's the whole point in
Yeah.
recast.
Yeah.
Okay. So Diana's gonna like tap the top of Annis's shark head.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna be like, hold on a second, Annis. I'm going to try something if it's cool with you. I don't know how you can tell me yay or nay, but like.
Annis will nod her big shark head. I'll just go ahead and have Caster manifest,
Okay.
so we can relay messages between Caster and me,
All
since
right.
I
I
can
will
telepathically kind of talk to her.
Gotcha.
drag her on here. Oh, and I'm also going to make Annis all big because she's not all big on the map.
Yay! And big and shark, because
Yeah.
I don't know why it didn't turn you into a shark. I guess because you weren't on the map, but it seems to have done the rest of it. Anyway, you're big now.
okay, that noble phantasm ain't gonna work.
I still can only see Diana.
Let me give you some visibility. Can I didn't see anything?
He can see all the people around him. Like
Oh,
otherwise, the map is like.
yeah. It's because Diana can't see in the dark normally, so I have to give her something.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, it's just dark. That's why you can't see anything.
So
Okay.
I'm being vague on purpose because I don't want to put all of the Cersei cards on the table.
Yeah,
The
you're
third
fine.
noble phantasm doesn't have a description of what it does.
Let me check.
I feel like I know what it does, and it won't apply in this. It might apply in this situation.
All right, let me take a look. See.
Like from my end, I just have like a fancy.
All right, which one was it? You say the third one?
The third one.
Um, yeah, that doesn't really apply to the situation, but
All right, that's what I thought.
yeah.
Okay, well,
Right. What is Diana trying to do?
she was gonna try and use Charm Monster. Um, that being said, I don't know where to target it.
Um,
Um,
has she said out loud that she takes issue with the fact that she can't see these things?
well, aren't you just said that she could see it though, right?
You can see that one. I will give you
Yeah.
the ability to see that one because
Okay. That
I'm
yeah,
just
I
gonna
mean that's
give
all
you.
she needs.
Yeah, let me give you a light source that's just you, so that. Wait, can I just give you dark vision for a sec?
Can I?
We're not in combat yet,
Yeah.
right?
You're not in combat yet. We're
Cool.
But
slowing down a little bit because a bunch is going on. But let me
Uh,
give you a light range.
I assume that the large marrow I see on the combat tracker is the one.
that harpooned me. I'm just gonna have Cersei do dancing lights. If that works underwater, it works underwater.
Yeah, should. All right, what is the radius on dancing light?
10 feet.
10 feet.
Well, she can make up to 4, and they each have a radius of 10 feet. So I'm kind of gonna have her spread them around. Maybe as far away as she can towards the other 5 marrow,
All right, can
or
Diana see
where
now?
I tell her the other 5 are. Huh?
What?
Just can Diana see things now?
Nope.
I can see less than I could before.
Oh, it's because I had your token highlighted when I did that. Oopsies. Uh, fix that. I was adjusting stuff and I was adjusting it for the wrong person. Uh,
Okay, I can
right,
see everything again
you can
now.
see again. Cool. All right, Diana, let's give you the ability to see what's immediately next to you. Can Diana see what's immediately next to her now?
Nope.
I don't know how this works.
Light sources.
Light sources
I'm
it
just
is.
gonna casually lean over.
I mean, like, the dancing lights are about to fix that, assuming they work
Yeah,
underwater.
yeah,
I
they
don't know
should
why
work.
I
they
don't know.
wouldn't.
There you go. I'm just gonna drop a light on. I am tired of playing with the lights buttons. So there's now a light source.
Yeah, if the instant Cersei can see all of them, she's gonna try the mass polymorph.
All right.
Ooh,
Can you see it now?
okay. I can see a few things now. Yes, I
Okay,
see.
good. All right.
Yeah.
So you cast dancing lights. Dancing lights are in play. That means I can make some other things visible because now there's a little bit more visibility. So
Did you get tired of Rumi Little? Whoops. And you're very cute.
hey, people in the bubble, there's now light kind of back there that you can vaguely see through the membrane, along with a shadow moving along the membrane.
Love that.
Ew.
Still gross. Still in
Love
there.
it
We're
so
still
much.
ritualing and casting. Okay, now at this point, with that, you could see 4 of them.
Okay. Um. All right. Diana is gonna cast Charm Monster at 5th level. So that means she's gonna try and get the one that speared Annis, and then the one directly next to that one, or diagonally next to that one.
Okay.
Harpoon's still in me, right?
Nope.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like Mortal Kombat harpooning. Like you get stabbed and tugged in a direction, but it doesn't actually stay embedded in you. I
Get
guess they
over
decided
here.
that was the easier way to make it work in rules. But yeah, so those guys are visible. And so you said that you did dancing lights just to make sure that all the information is on the table for Diana. Where did you put them? Because you get to make 4 points. I put one of them on the fish man in front of you.
Okay. Which direction is the orb?
The orb is the opposite direction of the fish man in front of you, but down by like 20 feet.
Oh, like, right, 3D map. So it's below us, and
Here you go. Kakavia will show you the distance.
shoot, I closed the map. Trying to draw a pointer and I closed the map. There
There you
we
go.
go. And now it's okay, I don't if you put anything on the map, I don't see it.
You don't see the creatures?
If you look at the underneath Kakavia's token, it shows the 20-foot depth.
Okay, so it's below Kakavia.
I'm just going to add depth for everyone just to get rid of that ambiguity.
Fantasy Grounds is a good program and I like using. Okay.
All right, so there you go. They are pretty much going around in a weird way. So you're kind of in a giant diagonal swoop.
Mm-hmm.
Diana is not
So
that height. There we go.
the range of the dancing lights is 120 feet.
Yep.
If Annis can relay roughly where the orb is, she's definitely going to put one of the dancing lights on or near the orb.
Okay.
She'll put one in whatever is the best place to make sure that we can see all 6 of the fish guys.
All right. So you're gonna put one near the orb,
Mm-hmm.
and so where are the other two gonna be, based on what you can see?
Based on what I can see. Where are the
So
other 2 fish guys?
the
Near
other
the
side of
orb?
the orb and lower.
Okay.
You want to put
One
some
other
over
side of
there?
the orb. One kind of halfway between Mumbling Marrow and Scarred Marrow.
Okay.
One between Shrieking Marrow and Large Marrow.
Okay.
And then the last one will be like right between the orb, or not the orb, the bubble and Shark.
Okay. All right. So you've illuminated enough that I
Yeah.
can reveal the final two.
Okay. Yeah, hopefully that'll at least help all of the people that can't do blind sight.
There you go. So this is what's all around you. Everyone inside the orb can see out of the sphere and tell that you have things kind of around you, and one of them is a little bit below. And yeah, flash a light up there, Sharkanis floating around. Cersei pops some lights. Diana is now in a position to cast her monster hold. You should be able to target.
Okay. All right. That's large marrow and that's scarred. Okay. Okay, I don't see scarred marrow on the combat tracker.
Because they're not attacked yet. I will add them to the combat tracker.
I think you can drag it onto the token.
There you go.
Can you?
Yeah, you should be able to.
Well, I'll try.
They are all now on the combat tracker. All right. Looks like it hit your DC exactly.
Oh, that second one. Nat 1.
Whoa.
All right,
Woof.
so large marrow definitely failed.
Cool.
That's the one that attacked Annis. So that one is held?
No, it's charmed.
Charmed. Okay. All right,
Quick
let's
question.
add that.
Is
Mhm.
is letting Buck out a bonus action to just pop bottle lid?
Like letting Buck out. Buck gets out on his own
Letting Buck.
turn.
Oh, okay, so he can just okay.
He can
He
just do
does
it.
what
He
he
just needs
wants.
to know something's going on. Like he doesn't know. Like
Gotcha.
he can't tell what's happening, but it's
Hmm.
his action.
Could you like knock in Morse code on the on the bottle?
I mean,
Like get your ass out here.
She could tap on the bottle, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. That is an option. Okay, so now that everything is on the map and people are aware that stuff's going on and spells are being cast, things are being attacked, we are going to roll a real initiative.
Woo!
So let's see where the real initiative takes us.
It's been
I
a
would let
long.
the moment we see everything, like Aiden would let Enon know that there are 6 of these bad boys down here as a heads up.
It's been a while. Do we
Aiden,
roll initiative or do
you cannot reach Enon.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
Okay.
Different
This is similar to
dimension?
what happened when
Yeah.
you went back to the surface world.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so initiative has been rolled. As usual, Penelope goes first and is doing Penelope stuff. Neat.
She's just now waking up like, oh, okay.
All right, skipping
I'm
past
awake.
everyone who's not actually here. Mumble. Mumbling Marrow is going to bonk the sphere that you're in as hard as it can. And in doing so, it's going to move you guys.
Ah,
You are now getting
we
pinballed.
we
The sound effects are going to be great when I finally get to editing this episode in about 100 years.
Yeah. All right, you've been pinballed over by Mumbling Marrow.
Are you
Annis, you
actually?
understand, and no one else understands, that you're being pushed away from the direction of your objective.
She makes a Sharky curse, but it's just kind of like a.
Yep. And he's gonna
Yeah,
bonk it again.
she
Ah,
understands. So they're getting bonked into us.
No, away from the orb.
They're getting bonked away from the orb. We're not being bonked. Okay.
No.
They're getting bonked from the objective. You're
Well,
back
that's
there
fine.
now.
They weren't going to be able to get the orb anyway.
All right, so those are bonking. It is now Belle's turn.
Okay, so she can see all 6 of them.
She can.
Now she's going to do big magic. She's going to burn a level 9 spell trying
Hey!
to mass polymorph all 6 of them into harmless little cute turtles.
yay!
Even the one that just got charmed?
Even the one that just got
God
charmed.
damn it. Okay.
It'll be a charmed turtle. It can bite the other turtles.
I'm hoping it would help us get the orb, but okay.
Up to 10 creatures of your choice that you can see within range. Unwilling target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw to resist the transformation. Unwilling shape changer automatically succeeds.
You will have to target them all, or if you want, I can make her target them all.
That might be less complicated.
I will make her target them all. 1 second.
I guess I'll mark off the spells.
I mean, you're still gonna have to cast the spell, but to trigger the thing where they actually do it.
So here's my question. The one that's charmed, it's just casually vibing. It wouldn't make a save, would it? Would it not just accept it?
No, there's nothing about being charmed that says you don't get saves.
Okay.
All right.
Let me just make sure that
Um,
everybody's. All right, you got all 6.
do I just hit cast?
Yep,
I don't drag it onto them. I just hit.
you're already targeting them. This way, I
Okay,
don't
they
have
all
to
just
roll all their damn
Jeez. Oh,
saves.
just now.
1,
Okay.
2, 3,
Ooh,
4.
map.
Oh,
Failure, 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 failure. All 2 succeeded.
okay. So yeah, most of them are now turtles.
Freaking, which is the one the furthest to the bottom, and then petite, which is the one furthest to the right. Those are the 2 that did not suddenly become.
And this is mass polymorph.
Yeah, mass polymorph.
Is that concentration?
It
I think
should.
it is. Yes, concentration up to an hour.
Okay, so the lights go out.
Oh. Well, that's what she needed it for.
Fair enough. All right, so is it marking them as turtles? I guess mass polymorph is not pre-coded in. All right, so what I'm gonna do for simplicity is wait, they changed my shortcuts. Unacceptable.
Oh
If
no.
she just goes back into, well, no, she'll need to not be in spirit form anyway. But I was about to say, if she goes back into spirit form, can she keep concentrating?
Um, I'm gonna say no
Yeah,
because if you could do that, then the game is gonna fall apart very quickly.
she'll need to be in corporeal form to help with the orb situation anyway. Okay.
Did they really
I
get rid of
think
my
that's all
ability
she
to
can
spin
do.
them around? I want to spin you upside down. How dare they
Isn't it
change
like
my buttons?
control like scroll wheel, or did they change
They
that?
made it so that control and shift both just resize them.
Ah,
Whatever. For simplicity, they're small, they're turtles. We
It's
can go
gonna
with
be
one.
it for her turn.
All right, so petite passed and shrieking passed, right?
Yep.
Cool. So they're still big and they're still angry. The other 4 are turtles. One is the charm turtle.
yeah. Go, little turtle, go.
Okay, so that is now what she is concentrating on.
Sorry, it was just easier to have her target all of them.
It's fine.
She also didn't really know that.
It
All right, it is Buck's turn. Buck is in a bottle. Buck has no real reason to come out of a bottle at this time.
Diana shakes the bottle.
Ah!
They didn't.
All right. Buck pops out of the bottle underwater in the
Get the fuck
dark,
out of the book.
unaware of what's going on, and sees some little turtles. The hell?
Okay. He's not close enough to see the one at the bottom. Okay.
All right. So he pops out, looks around, doesn't know what to do, but he sees a big scary fish man. So he's gonna try to attack a giant scary fish man. Because Buck has simple needs. Stibbity stabbity.
Can the people inside the bubble hear things? Or
Yeah, we
does
can still
sound
hear stuff.
okay? I mean, all Annis can do is make shark noises.
Or no, hold on. Hold on, because it blocks everything, I think. Or at least words coming. Hold on.
All right.
Yeah, because if you can hear through the bubble, Cersei could probably be talking to you.
I don't think anything stops you from hearing through the bubble.
No, okay. It's just nothing in and out, but you can still
It's one of those things where they use the word energy like idiots, so we ignore it because it
yeah.
probably means energy spells.
Okay, yeah.
Otherwise, it would be completely opaque and silent, and it would just be used to drive people insane.
It's
Um,
it's it's like a cute little submarine.
so anyway, yeah, he popped out and he attacked the fish guy. That was his entire turn because he used his like move to get out. So moving
Okay,
on,
so
Johnny's fine. All
I
right,
should be able
up
to
next,
talk.
Diana.
Um. Okay, so Diana is going to ask the formerly large marrow turtle, charmed turtle situation guy.
Mhm.
That was a lot of words.
That was a lot of words.
Yeah, she's going to ask him if he can help them get the orb so they can restore it to Eldath's temple.
The charmed turtle dives and swims down.
Woo.
All right, then she nods, and then she's
Kind of
going to
disturbing that it
attack.
understands you.
Huh?
It's kind of disturbing that it seems to understand you.
She's just not gonna worry about that right now.
All right, so it's gonna dive down.
Um,
We're just having it move on this turn because it's easier.
and then she's going to going to swim, maybe swim over there, and she's gonna stab a fish.
Okay. Keep in mind you are underwater, so you're attacking with disadvantage.
Oh, well, okay. Oh, please.
Underwater sucks.
Can I just roll a second
Yeah,
d20?
just roll a second
Okay.
d20. That's fine. You still hit it.
Yeah. Cool. So that does 1d10 plus 4 slashing, and then 1d6. So it does a total of 10 damage to the Shrieking Marrow.
Fun thing you learn is that when you strike it with your sword and you cut it, the area where you cut it freezes over, and it now has a giant chunk of ice sticking out of it.
Oh boy.
And it
Love
seems to be
that.
having trouble balancing now.
Good. Sucks to be this thing because she's gonna hit it again.
Do it.
Hey.
And this time I remember to turn on the disadvantage. No! Oh, she still hits it.
You still hit it.
Um,
Yeah.
okay, maybe I can actually do this correctly this time.
Ooh,
Yeah!
Okay. It is.
damn.
It currently has about 40% of its body weight awkwardly added to one side of it in the form of essentially a snowman sticking out of it.
Jesus.
And it's also bleeding. Anise, you smell blood in the water.
Oh, good.
Donna, Donna, Donna.
Before I end my turn, um, she's going to. Oh, wait. Okay, so which one is this one? This is Shrieking. Okay. She's going to. Okay, since the turtle understood her, she's going to be like, "Sorry for attacking you. It's just business. Can you understand me at all?" And then that's it.
Okay. So up now is one of the turtles, right? Yeah. This turtle is gonna go swimming down because life is hard. Buck is not going to opportunity attack the turtle. swimming away from this nonsense. Freddy is in a bubble. Freddy is looking around outside of the bubble, and still gross out there because it's still covered in phlegm. He can't seem to participate in this right now, but he at least gets his black keys ready for whenever the bubble goes down.
I mean, I'm just saying, if he wants to move the bubble forward and hamster ball it, he
You
can
can't
move it.
hamster ball it. You're free falling. It'll just spin.
Ah, gross.
Yeah. Like you need something to roll against a hamster ball.
Fill it back up.
All right. Shrieking, who you just spoke to, shrieks at you appropriately,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna try to attack past you at Bell with a harpoon.
Oh,
Because it seems to understand what's going on. And it misses because its entire body mass is completely fudged right now, what with all the ice sticking out of half of it. It's got a real case of the Todoroki going on. And it unfortunately, or I guess fortunately for the rest of us, misses with its harpoon, as you do. And in turn, it's going to try to answer Diana's question.
Fantasy rounds might be crashing on me.
All right, well, it still thinks it's targeting her, even though it's not. But does an 18 hit your AC, Diana?
A moment.
I think so.
I think so. Yeah, it does.
You're getting bit.
Oh boy.
Yep, I got kicked out. Coming back in.
Okie doke. A lot going on that map. So Chomp, and
Ow.
guess that was the answer to that question.
They might have just pushed an update.
Of course they would.
Ugh.
Well, I'm not going to close it down to reconnect, so hopefully
It
it will be
might.
compatible.
as long as you don't do it, you should be fine.
It might kick you guys out.
Okay.
Force the
I mean, if it
update.
does, then we'll deal with it when we get there. I don't
I'll
have anything
see.
open that can't be reopened.
I'll see if it'll let me in without the.
All right.
Looked like it was actually substantial.
Did it give you the substantial update before we started?
Yeah, I updated before we
Oh,
started. Right
then
before we started.
they probably rolled it out right after we started because they do that to us. So, at any rate, it is Sharkanis' turn if you want to dictate anything. Otherwise, we will just use this as our chance to go get some water or something.
So Diana is not on Sharkanis' back anymore.
Nope.
No, she swimmed off to go attack a
Buck is
fish
also
man.
not on Sharkanis' back. He's just floating out there.
The one that Diana's been attacking seems to be pretty well frozen.
And is chompy.
And chompy.
Yeah.
Getting a little nippy.
Trying to decide if Anis would just go for the orb or not. Like she can't really do anything once she gets down to the. I guess she'd go and try and chomp on the other one that Diana hasn't been attacking. The one that's over to the right.
Oh, Petite Marrow.
Yeah, sure.
All right, you want
Okay.
me to move you over there and start that attack while you're signing in?
Sure, I'm pretty sure. I don't see why the reef shark wouldn't have a bite attack.
Uh, Let's see what the reef shark can do. Reef shark has a bite attack. Yep.
Okay.
Does Annis have a bite attack? I'm just gonna roll it. It'll be easier for me to just roll it. So,
I am back in.
Ray, I rolled for you. You rolled a 3. I am sorry.
Well, I do hack tact. Advantage on an attack if an ally is within 5 feet of the target. Are the
Yeah,
people in the bubble within 5 feet?
they're not.
Okay. Yeah, and I don't really get a bonus action or anything, do I?
Not as a shark.
Annis is gonna swim down to where the orb is then.
So you swam over and attacked it,
Hmm.
and that used up most of your swim speed because it was 25 feet under you.
Okay, I'll just stick around there then.
Okie doke. Alright, so Petite Marrow, the only still intact Marrow, is going to try to harpoon Cersei. Because she turned all of its friends into turtles. And it hits.
Uh-oh.
And
She didn't roll concentration.
no, it doesn't have her as concentrating right now, so you'll have to roll that manually, I guess.
That's Constitution?
Constitution save, yep.
Constitution. Ugh.
I think that should be enough. It's not a lot of damage. Let's see, just to make sure, because it's been a while. DC
She
equals
took
10
7
or
damage.
half the damage you take, whatever number's higher. Yeah, the thing only did 7
I
damage to
realized
her,
I
so
Okay.
I
she's
realized I was
fine.
muted.
Yeah,
Whew,
Yeah.
okay.
That's
and having done that, it's now going to try to bite Annis.
so while I was
Sure, I can
muted.
take.
No. Really quick question for you with like Belle and everything. Does she have Warcaster? Because if so, don't forget to roll her at advantage.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to worry about that part. We were going to do it again if we needed to. We were just rolling it manually because it didn't
Okay.
trigger.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, she has Warcaster, that's true. So
yeah.
it would be advanced.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
she passed the first one, so it was kind of moot. Bum.
Apparently
So,
I had some elemental.
so yeah, it looks like some of those weren't cleared out from before. So,
But if I just failed a concentration check, I lose locate object, which is fine.
right.
I located the object.
Yeah, so you've
Yeah.
lost the locate object, which is whatever. Um, Bigger deal for you is that according to this, you have taken 23 damage, which
How
would
much? Oh,
pop.
and I have 22 HP. Okay,
Yeah, so
so
you
I
are
guess
no
I
longer a shark, but you are still very big.
I'm
And you
just a
still
big half
have
elf now, but I can
yeah.
cast.
Yes, you can cast spells again, but you are no
And you
longer a fish.
still have freedom of movement, so you can still move without impeded speed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can still swim real fast. You're
Um,
just not a fish anymore.
so these fishmen are monstrosities. So
Yes,
speak with animals won't work on them,
correct.
and they're not people, so the whole person won't.
They are not humanoid. Correct.
They're not.
Hemlock is not doing anything. Kakavia is. Oh boy, he's figuring out what he's doing. So he's concentrating on the ball. And Yeah, it's not really a lot that he can do in there. If you're holding up till the end of the ball, like it's still got a little bit on it. This whole thing is actually happening pretty quickly.
I'm gonna say if it's been enough time to potentially get enough of that ritual going, I don't like it really depends on that because I was gonna just let her rip and have that water splash out and be hella holy, but
At this point, you've been casting the ritual for like half a minute,
Mm.
so like that kind of like because we're abstracting this rather than pulling out of actual rules.
yeah.
We'll say that if you do that, if you've been doing it for like half a minute, then you'll get an immediate effect, but it will only go a certain distance. So the longer you're in there, the longer you're doing this, the bigger a radius you'll get. But you can pull that
Okay, then
whenever
we're
you
gonna
want.
hold it. We need to cover more ground.
Okay. Um, he's looking out at this. It's kind of darker again now that all the lights are gone. But during the time that there was light, he got a chance to see, and he
Uh,
seems absolutely horrified at the creatures
um,
that were out there, including the ones that are now turtles. Not enough to lose concentration, but he does not look happy.
yeah, understandable. It's definitely his comrades from before.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And so,
Oh,
given that,
oh, I'm last as always. Love that.
that's your thing.
It is my thing. I'm gonna keep fucking ritual casting.
That is you.
Yep.
All
Well,
right.
we'll let them know. Like, we'll kind of just shout out there, like, we're
Yeah.
we're trying to make this as potent as we
Like
can.
by estimate,
But
you've probably got another like 2 rounds on this bubble.
yeah, and then it's just gonna let it rip. Yeah.
Okay. So now Iden's
Um.
turn.
Yeah. So
Keep
he's
it
gonna
up.
be like, yeah, he's gonna keep it up, but he's gonna let them know, like, if shit starts hitting the fan, let him know, and he'll pop it earlier.
Okay.
And then he's gonna keep ritualing.
Fair enough. New round. Who dis? Penelope. Good
Yeah,
job.
she's doing great.
Penelope. In on
Drinking.
Derek.
Huh? They're just, having a good time.
Having a picnic.
Yeah. Hula hooping without us.
Without you.
Rude.
Yep.
Oh, you laggy monster. All right, there we go. So Mumble Mumble is
A turtle.
swimming down and away. Mumble Mumble. Bell's turn.
Hmm.
Bell is
So she,
concentrating on making them turtles.
yeah, she's concentrating on that. So there's not a whole lot she can do if eh, she can cast another spell that's not concentration.
Yep.
Have any?
She is a concentration heavy character.
Mm-hmm. Checking to see if anything. Oh, that's. Two. Oh, nope. Yep, it is. Concentration. Ugh. Mm, she
Oh.
make a roll, perhaps, to see if this is a curse that's on these guys?
Yeah, you could Arcana that.
Okay.
Also, I'm going to apply the concentration to her so you don't have to do that manually in the future.
18. Is it a curse?
Um, this could count as a curse. They seem to have been um, uh, from what you can tell looking at them, it would appear that they have not been manipulated in the sense of like crazy Shalara methodical stuff so much as simply a consequence of the spells and monstrosity effects that they've been exposed to. It would be reasonable to facilitate that or to surmise that this is effectively a curse.
So does she get the
Similar to
sense that if
lycanthropy.
she used remove curse, would it fix them?
Possibly.
Oh, because she can do that. It's verbal and somatic, and it's instantaneous and not concentration. Oh, I don't have the map anymore.
You need a map again?
Yeah. So she's gonna mosey on over to whichever one of the two not turtle fishmen that she can get to and use it, remove curse.
Her biggest problem right now is that she can't see.
Oh, that's a good point. And she's too far away. The one that's been trying to attack her has been using the harpoon.
Yeah.
If you can see the turtle. I'm gonna have her swim over to where she remembers the Shrieking Marrow, the one that's mostly ice.
Okay.
Yeah, because that one's the closest. I'm gonna have her swim over to where she remembers that one being. Hopefully not bumping into Buck.
Okay. She's gonna
It's like
try.
15 feet though.
Yeah. There's 15 vertical feet. Keep in mind that she doesn't have a swim speed, so she's going at half. So it would be like 30 feet gets her 15 closer.
Does she get close enough to see it?
Her problem right now is not a distance problem. It's a there's no light here problem, and she doesn't have dark vision.
But you were saying that, I mean, granted it was 5 feet away, but you were saying that even Diana could see the one when it was right up on them.
Yeah, so she's not going to be within the 5 feet of it necessary for that to happen.
Well, I guess I'll keep that in mind for next time and keep looking to see. Oh yeah, that's definitely concentrate. That. I wish I had that thing where you could do concentration. But that would make it broken.
Which thing?
Isn't there a feat or an item or something that'll let you do 2 concentration spells at once?
There's like officially there's like one item that does that, but the item that does that is a plot item for a specific campaign.
Right.
It's not a thing that you can just get because double concentration is totally broken.
Oh, absolutely. Probably also. Yep. Yeah, there's not a lot she can do at the moment.
Let me check something.
I mean, she's a person now, right?
Yeah, she's in corporeal form.
Could she let others know that it's like a curse?
Oh, yeah, she can definitely shout out, "This is a cuss." Oh, wait, that's Anna's. Actually, yeah, I don't ever do her voice. She could definitely shout out to the group at large if it would even make it to them through the water that it's a. But she can't do anything because she can't fucking see. Wait. Oh, this is concentration, isn't it?
Probably.
Wait. One action, touch, verbal somatic, material, pinch of dried carrot or agate. Touch a willing creature to grant it the ability to see in the dark. It's not concentration.
Then you could do that.
Yeah, fuck this. She's doing dark vision on herself. Absolutely. It's only a level 2.
Now she can see in the dark.
Assuming that the dried carrot, I mean, it would rehydrate.
We're ignoring the fact that you're underwater for that because that's where it just gets pedantic. She reaches into the pouch while it is still dry.
Well, this was dried.
Like this was gonna work.
Listen,
Yeah, so
she's cast spells in water before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like she
My
lived on
game
an
is
island for
absolutely
thousands of
crashing
years.
right now.
Okay. So can we say she did that before she started swimming?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, she did
So
that. She can see.
if she can make it to either of the not turtles, she'll make it at least close enough to the not turtles. She's definitely putting herself at risk of getting attacked, but obviously she wouldn't be able to cast the remove curse this turn, but she's getting ready for
But
next
she can
turn.
get there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll move her close
Okay.
and get
Where's
her
that?
in line. She's not quite there, but she's pretty close.
Pretty sure she doesn't have any bonus actions that actually
She might.
that aren't constant. I think I looked and all of her cantrips are either useless or well, she does spell anyway, so she can't do a cantrip. Still there?
Yep, still here. Just
Okay.
looking at a
She
thing.
already did a spell, so she can't do a cantrip. Yeah, I think she's done.
Okay. I think my system is just joking because it's waiting for someone to finish reconnecting. So,
It's me.
yeah, which is
Oh, yeah.
understandable. But like every time someone connects, my system's like, hold on, let me send every possible file.
So it forced you out like it did me?
Yeah, but I'm back in.
Yeah.
Did it make you do updates?
Nope.
It heavily suggested it, but it let me in without it, so
Yeah,
I
I
think
was like, I
it's
wasn't gonna
fine.
fuck with updates for the time being.
Fair.
Boop. All right, and then gotta find that map name again.
Right.
What's the
George
map
did.
called?
I'm just gonna share it with you.
Oh, thank you.
All
The
right.
dirt.
All right.
Oh,
Twitching is leaving because turtle life. It's all they know how to do. Buck's turn. Buck doesn't know what to do. Buck is not trained for this.
knockabout, knockabout.
Uh, like he's looking at this thing. It seems like Bell is going to do something to it. So he doesn't necessarily want to go full murder.
I'm just saying, one can conk shoe. You don't have to murder.
Yeah, the
What?
fun thing is when you're underwater, it's a lot harder to be that precise.
That's fair for non-lethal.
Yeah. He's gonna trust the girls to have this handled, and he's gonna look all the way over at the one that just bit Annis, and he's gonna try to pew pew.
Try not to kill them. We might be able to take them upstairs with us.
Oh, actually, no, he's gonna do something way more Buck.
Ooh.
They're not dead, they're just cursed, I think.
Based on Buck's understanding, the goal is to get to the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah?
He's gonna swim over here above the ball, and he's gonna point down at it, and he's gonna hit it with an Eldritch Blast.
Oh my god.
Pew pew! Two Eldritch Blasts hit the ball and send you guys down
Yeah.
faster.
Rocket
Whoa, the
speed.
bubble. I'm like, is he attacking the fucking orb?
Nope, he's just
Buck?
sending you guys down.
God damn.
He found a way to friendly fire you in the direction that you were originally falling in.
Hells yeah.
Classic Buck.
Finds a way to team kill, right?
Yeah. Safely.
Blup blup.
He can shoot it and be like, if only you knew, Freddy. If only you knew.
All right, so he's pushing you guys down with his turn,
Yeah.
and that's that. Johnny is not here. Johnny would not have much to do here. Diana's
Yeah.
turn.
Diana's turn.
No, Diana's
Diana. Sorry.
turn. Okay. She's like, shit, I wish you could see. Oh, goodness. Okay.
Hmm.
All right, she's gonna call out. They're cursed, right? That's the problem? That's the problem?
Seems like it. They seem to be werefish.
Gross. Okay. Love that. All right. Can someone point me in the direction of the orb? I'm gonna take that as a no.
You saw a few flashes of Eldritch Blast going down a second ago.
Okay, cool. One moment. Damn it. Okay, she's going to use Did we vaguely determine how many more feet down the orb was, or
It was like 20 feet below us.
okay.
At this point, it seems like none of you have seen the bottom yet, but from your sense of distance on it, yeah, it's presumably maybe 100 feet under where Annis is now, maybe like
Oh,
70-ish feet below where the bubble people are.
I thought the orb was way closer.
Yeah.
Like you said, it was like 25 feet before I got harpooned.
No, 25 feet from you to the bubble when you got harpooned. You were
The
almost caught
bubble.
up to Aiden's group.
All this bubble and orb.
Yeah, I know. Wording choices are poor. The sphere. I'll just start calling that the sphere. You were 25 feet away from the sphere when you did that.
And the orb is like 100 feet below us.
Yeah, it's 100 feet
Okay.
below where you are now.
Okay.
So
I'll pull out. It's about 100 feet down. I've got an idea about that.
Do tell.
Remember my water friend, whose name I can't remember? I named him after some sort of water plant.
Sure.
The water elemental.
Sure.
Yeah, that's my plan.
Okay. Okay, in that case.
I do think we should try and take these guys upstairs with us, if we can.
Okay.
Knock him out.
Shit, that literally.
They're not undead. They're clearly under some kind of curse, like Caster said. Surely all this talking is not taking more than 6 seconds.
God, yeah. Fuck.
yeah,
uh, okay, fine. She's gonna Try and charm this monster. That's about all she can do without killing this monster.
Fair enough.
That didn't do shit. Okay,
That
hold on.
listed
I
the
thought I had
yeah.
targeted, but it did not. Ah. Oh my god. Fantasy grounds, what the fuck? Okay. Try this again. Let me cast it on this guy.
Hey!
It does.
Hey! Cool.
So
It is charmed.
you just got the one
Okay.
that's all iced up.
Yeah.
Yep. Big Frosty.
Okay. Now that she's got it charmed, she's going to be like, she's going to reach out to it and be like, look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about this, she says, gesturing to the icy bits. We need your help to get the orb and get it to safety, and to get you and your friends to safety. Can you help us?
And it will respond on its turn.
Okay. Um, in that case, boom, she done.
All right. Turtle got a turtle. Moving that turtle speed.
Damn, that's a fast ass turtle.
It's using all of its actions to run away.
It's like, I'm a turtle. I don't want to deal with this.
It just keeps swimming.
Freddy. Can Freddy make the world a better place? Let's find out together. Why'd you skip Freddy? Go back.
No, it's
Stop
fine.
moving
That is
forward.
easy.
Even Fantasy Grounds was like, what is this bitch gonna do in a bubble?
Well, Fantasy Grounds is lagging, so me hitting next meant it moved ahead 3.
Oh wow.
Beautiful.
We love it here.
All right. Just checking on your nonsense.
Impeccable game, no errors.
I think there's some plugin that I have that's out of date that needs to be fixed because I'm really sick of on the DM screen every time I go over an NPC, it pops out the stupid side panel telling me that
Oh,
assets are missing. So I just
yeah.
need to fix that.
Yeah.
Might also be that update they pushed like right after we went live.
Could be. That might be their attempt at fixing stuff. Yeah, leave it to paladins to not have cantrips.
Yep.
I always
Yep.
forget about that.
Yep. The good life.
I mean, they do everything else great, so you can only complain so much, but yeah, they don't have cantrips. All right, so hearing what he heard out there, he's just gonna hold an action to start attacking stuff if it gets close, because he can't even throw keys underwater. That's all he has going on right now. All right. Shrieky Shriek, who is now friends. Shrieky Shriek is going to grab Diana
Yeah.
and dart down at very high speeds.
Hey.
All right, how fast can you go with a friend? She's smaller than you, so she's not slowing you down. So, yeah, you're gonna shoot down 80 feet.
Jesus.
They're fast.
Wow.
You were already almost there.
How many people did we say could get in that bubble total?
Uh, like 10 total?
Okay.
In the bubble, like
Or
the
no?
sphere,
Yeah.
The sphere, yeah.
the sphere can get you
We had
4 people who can function. Past that, if you start doubling up, they don't function because they
How
can't
many
habitate the space.
would you say that the turtles would
4 turtles is
Turtles are
1 space.
small. Like
Okay.
turtles are not large. Because you just turn them into actual turtles, right?
Yeah, yeah, actual little tiny turtles. The tiny cute little
Yeah, they're
turtles, not the
tiny.
small
You can
turtles.
fit them in. That's not really a problem.
Cool.
Excellent.
All right, so yeah, so that
Um,
happened. That means that now Diana is the lowest one and still can't see. Don't
It's
worry about
okay,
it.
her friend can.
Her friend sure can. All right, and the turtles are just gonna swim on down. And it's Anis's turn.
Dominate beast. On the one remaining hostile, not turtle fish, right
Oh,
in front.
okay. I thought you were removing curse.
With a
No,
character.
that's thirsty. I can't do that, but I can
Okay.
do.
Doesn't it require a beast?
Okay. Doesn't dominate beast hit everything? Didn't we have this conversation earlier?
No, that's,
It's creature
dominate monster, which
or
is
monster. Yeah,
higher.
yeah. Beast
So
is a
dominant beast
subtype.
doesn't work
Monster
on.
isn't anything.
Okay, so dominant beast does not work on.
Right. So you do not have to use up your spell slot for that.
Okay, summon elemental then, which I think all the components would be fine. For the water one, it's just water inside of a gold vial.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. So I'm gonna summon my water guy, who I don't remember what it is.
All right. Let's get your water elemental. I think I put all of them in your Game Boy or something.
Oh, which is not an actual item that I have that I need. I'm like, oh no, I left it with.
Come on, Fantasy Grounds.
Oh, it is chugging on loading
On
maybe
your
because we both forget
inventory.
to load my inventory.
Yeah, it's chugging on your inventory.
There's just so much of it.
You got too much stuff on account of your kleptomaniac.
Hey, most of that I came by with legitimate.
Oh,
Okay.
did it actually crash for me? Am I finally the one who gets crashed?
Oh no. Has it crashed for you at all so far?
No, no,
She passed the curse on to all of us.
not me.
Well, if it makes me run updates, then
It hasn't made me run updates or Theo, the fish, so should be fine.
all right. So I think it's crashing. I'm getting the not responding message. I'm just waiting to see if Windows can power through.
Oh, is it gonna crash for all of us?
It will if it crashes me.
Might be a good time to put up the Reen and
Yeah.
And
Everybody go get some
yeah,
water. We'll wait and see what happens.
we can
uh,
update it real quick too if it's gonna push us out.
well, it seems like I only have the wild shapes in my Game Boy and not the
Okay.
elemental.
Fair enough. All right, Fantasy Grounds. If you're gonna crash, crash faster.
I forced mine to crash faster, I'm gonna be real.
Me too, actually. After a certain point, I just hit the X
The
button.
exit, yeah.
I miss old Windows so much.
Well,
There it went.
well,
Okay. I'm gonna pop up Reen. I'm gonna relaunch anyone who's watching at home or in the future. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
me find that map.
Yay, recordings are back. Huzzah. Fantasy Grounds is dumb. Anyway. Or Fantasy Grounds or my computer. One of them is dumb. We digress. We restored the map a little bit because the crash meant it lost it. So
What was the map named again?
the Dark Depths.
Oh, the Dark.
Very proper.
Okay. I was just looking for Dark. There we go.
Yeah, it manifests in an unoccupied space that you can see within range.
That I can see within range. Well, poop. Okay. Luckily, it's got a swim speed of like 90 feet.
Yeah, they're
So
pretty fast.
I'll just summon Typha right next to me.
Okay.
And give Typha the instruction of there's a big orb, and I'll just gesture to how big it is. Down there on the bottom of whatever this is. I need you to go get it.
It has instructions.
Mark off. I know I marked off spell slot, but I don't think it stuck. No.
Do you say this like loud enough for everyone to hear?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Iden is gonna point out really quick. If both of y'all are trying to get it, make sure your elemental doesn't try to throw hands with Diana and the friend.
The elemental knows Diana.
They've met.
Okay. I just wanted to make
Also,
sure.
oddly enough, a water elemental would have a very hard time hurting Diana.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure the last time I used Typho was in the fight with Sorkon, which Diana was there for.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay. Cool. It's there. It has instructions on its turn. It will try to do that. It moves very quickly in water. Stop going to Freddy's turn. It is not Freddy's turn.
he's like, but I want to do nothing.
Yeah, you already did that. All right, so that was Anna's summon. Would Annis like to move or do anything?
I don't really remember having a lot of bonus actions that would be helpful in this circumstance. Because I think everything I can do is either an action or would just not help. I think that's all I can really do.
Okay.
I'm not leaving the range of that guy because he can stibbity stab.
Yeah, he is still focusing on trying to harpoon Bell because he's in a really bad
Oh,
place if he doesn't.
actually, without leaving his range, I would like to swivel around so I'm directly between him and Cersei. And I'm big, so he'll have to miss a big target.
You can swivel in the way, yeah.
Cool.
All right,
Blocking
so,
your sides, bitch.
all right, so you're in the way here. You're both big. He has disadvantage on his attack to try to throw around you.
Could I already cast a spell, so I couldn't do like a grapple this turn. Okay.
No, that's an action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it is an
But I
option
can
for
get in
next
the
turn.
way.
All right, you're gonna chuck. And disadvantage and harpoon attack. Man, he rolled a 16 and an 18. All right, still hit. And damage.
Constitution save. Or are you rolling it? Oh.
It auto rolls now that I've applied the effect. And so
But she
does.
succeeded.
Yeah. Yeah. I have so that second button, a thing that they changed that wasn't there before is they have a separate thing that applies concentration now, which is why none of your concentration rolls are automatic. But now that I know that, you just click the concentration button when you cast a spell. So she's on autopilot again for that. You don't have to remember it.
Yay.
It knows her feats and all the other stuff, so it's fine. Yep, she handled it. So cool. Although it does tug her 20 feet in his direction. It's kind of funny in its own right. All right, so she's tugged, and now he's going to try to bite you. Because he got nothing better to do.
You got 2 attacks? Lame.
He sure does. Gonna hit Annis. Gonna bite Annis.
Do I need to roll concentration on?
Summon Elemental is a concentration. Yep. I will apply the effect to you. But for right now, I just sort of look on save. Like, just make a
Don't
10.
forget
I
your
believe in you.
advantage.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
fine.
right, I have Warcaster.
Yeah.
Please be better than a 9. No. Well, that was a waste of a turn.
Up. Yeah, so you did the 2 con saves with advantage. Still did not hit the 10. So, alas, Typha. Poof.
He's in gremlin mode.
All right. So, he did his thing. Hemlock's turn. Kakavia's turn. All right. This is Kakavia's
That's really
last
got
turn of
my
being able to concentrate on this bubble.
yeah.
So, he's just going to warn you that once the sphere goes down, I think we just make a dive for the bottom.
Agreed.
And boop. Aiden's turn.
All right. It
Oh.
places the Ducky Eldath into position, preparing for the burst.
Okay.
Continue ritual.
Da. Okay. Finally up here, we got... Skip past all the people who aren't here. Skip past the copy of Typha that I haven't removed from the combat tracker. One sec.
Excuse me.
All right. Derek's not doing anything. Mumble. Turtling on. Congrats to the turtles. They've made it to the bottom. Oh, because you guys had your turn, I'm going to lower you a little more. You're all on minus 90 now. For anyone keeping track at home, the floor is at minus 120. What are you doing, Merlin? It's not your turn. You don't get turns. You're not real.
Yes. It's all an illusion.
Right. Let's get Merlin's stupid screen working. There we go. All right, it is Belle's turn.
Okay. She's going to try to uncurse. I think it just happens. Let me find the. I had it pulled up before, but then
Right, remove curse.
everything went down. Remove curse. Come on, Fantasy Ground. You can do it. Where is it?
Yep, one action is touch.
There it is. Yeah, I think it just does it.
Yeah, it should.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
Yep,
remarkably simplified in this version. Okay, so who is she touching?
That's a good point. She's halfway between the two. I think she's gonna go after Petite Marrow since it's kind of targeting her master and her.
That's fair. She can get there, I think. She knows which direction you're in, and that's enough to get her there. So
Mm-hmm. He vanished when I tried to move her.
what?
Like, I can't see him anymore. Oh, because I was in Anna's vision. Okay, okay.
All right,
I'll
you're
have her move over, touch him, right on his
all
stupid forehead or something.
right.
Power of crap. No.
Okay, so
No.
you're gonna give him a touch. We are not gonna roll attacks. This is not Pathfinder. We don't have to do that. Um, you touch him, you cast a spell, and
Oh, let me mark it off. Level 3. Okay.
petite.
You know what I realized? Remove cursed. If he's not a merman to begin with, like a fish person, the man's gonna start drowning.
I mean,
Well,
Sucks
that
to be
is
him.
a situation that
Yeah.
I've
someone
got
might be in.
Oh no.
I've got another instance of water breathing.
Uh, Come on, load better. I'm trying
We've
to
got no
remove.
reason. We've got no reason to believe they're not fish people like Kakavia.
I didn't see how diverse that church is. He is not just assuming.
Too late now.
Oh yeah, no, trust me. I'm just like it's gonna be a thing.
All right.
But also, they dove down here, so either they had a way of breathing underwater, or they had some magic thing.
Oh yeah, like hopefully they could just hopefully get back up.
They
Come on.
they didn't want to drown. They should have not resisted being turtles.
Very
I like
victim
that.
blaming.
That's the logic. Yeah, like that's the fucking logic here.
Should have been turtles. Turtles all the way down.
They turn into a Triton.
Hooray!
Yay!
A normal-sized Triton.
Yep,
Oh
they
nice.
turn into a normal-sized Triton, and they have very wide eyes. They are very confused by this entire situation,
Get
and
out.
they're looking around frantically in the dark, trying to figure out what's going on. But hey, you fixed it.
Yay!
We'll explain later. Stay right there. You're fine. Well, everything will be fine.
Giant elf underwater.
Start praying.
Oh my, that's a giant elf.
I'm not normally this giant. This is a special circumstance.
But yeah, so they have been changed. They're no longer targeting you.
All right, Buck, you know what to do. JKJ.
All right,
Whew.
so that was there. Up next is, I'm assuming that's all the Bell's doing.
Yeah, that's about all she can do. As described, she doesn't really have bonus actions.
Right. Okay. Uh, so actually, for your reference, man, there's too much stuff loading. Yeah, so under her features, open the description for Magecraft. That is where your bonus actions live.
Oh, okay.
It appears under abilities.
Yeah, I see it.
So All right, so that would be her.
Oh, one action. Okay.
Keeping in mind you still have the normal rules for like how many spells can be cast, but
Okay,
it
so
does
I
let
can
you
only do my turn.
like you could still use your action to do other things if you want to.
So I can still only cast one per turn with her, but I can treat anything with a casting time of one action as a bonus.
Yes.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. It opens up some other options considering the other things she has going on.
Yeah.
All right. It also creates the weird scenario. You're like, okay, so dash, move, spell.
Yeah.
All right, so
All right.
where are you at? Twitchy? Are you Twitchy? You're Twitchy. Twitchy is going to go down to the surface. Twitchy is at the bottom now. Buck is pushing you guys down that last 30 feet. Pew pew. So you are now blasted down. Your ball, your sphere, your giant protective bubble smashes into the ground and stirs up a whole bunch of dust or clay or whatever. And when it does, you notice that while it is still very dark outside, there's flickers of light down here coming from somewhere. And at that point, I'm not even going to make you roll for it because you haven't had anything else to do. You can see along the floor of this thing, like in the distance, there is in fact a bit of rubble that looks like it might have come from the temple above. And there's a flicker of light in between the cracks of it.
Hells yeah.
And also within that flicker, you can see some kind of shadow.
That's what I'm going for. Yeah, fuck that shadow.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call that out like whenever it's my turn, or Diana's
yeah,
before me. Like, just,
yep. Just
Diana, there's a
letting
shadow.
you know.
Yeah.
So that's Buck pushing you guys down. Johnny has a parfait.
Yay.
Diana's turn. Diana,
Uh,
you are now much lower with your fish friend.
yeah, what was Aiden saying? I couldn't hear.
Can
He
I
was
say
saying,
it since Buck like drove me there, or do I have to wait till my
You
turn?
can call out that something's there.
Okay, yeah. He's gonna let y'all know he sees the flickering of the orb, like the artifact. However, there's a shadow down there, and he's about to let it rip on that shadow. So, like, heads up, it is right down there.
so, like, what?
There's
There's
something
there
else
is an
down there
There's
that isn't a
a
there's something down
shadow.
there,
shadow.
and he's planning on attacking that something. Is that
He's
what?
about to let loose the a lot of
Holy
holy
water.
water on it. Yeah.
Okay, she'll.
Also, you might want to disconnect, reconnect. You're kind of choppy.
Uh,
Thank you.
okay, yeah. So she'll. I guess she'll. Um. She'll tell her new fish friend to be like, I don't know, to hold the distance, so that we don't get in the way of whatever's about to happen. That's about all she can do.
Like hold action movement. So once he rips that off, you can just
Yeah,
go. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So,
So that is that. Let's scarred one goes down to the surface.
Holding any specific action or just
Or
holding
just
action?
movement
Okay.
and the action of grabbing the orb.
All right. So that one is now down there.
Prepare thyself, Freddy.
Freddy is he's got his keys out. He's ready to get
Yeah.
stabby.
Now that we're actually like on the ground, can we push against the bubble to move forward since we can't sink anymore?
Yes. Yeah, you can hamster ball
Okay.
forward if you want.
Aiden's gonna be like, get us closer to that thing. Like, we gotta get to that shadow.
Okay. He will try to do that.
I know it's like half speed, so
Yeah, let's see how effectively he can hamster ball forward under these ridiculous circumstances. They
if
keep
all
changing
three
my
of us,
buttons.
or at least two of them, because it'd be Kakavia's last turn of that, and we just roll up on it.
All right, I told it to open Freddy. Where's Freddy's thing? This game is choking. There it is. All right, Freddy.
Believe in your nerd legs.
You've been working out. Do it.
Wasn't Kakavia's last turn the last turn of the bubble?
No, it's this one.
Like the spell duration ends at the start of his turn this go round,
Yeah,
or at the start of his action.
yeah.
So he'll be
Oh,
completely fresh to do other things, but he will not be able to move the bubble because it will be gone by the time he gets to him. All right, but
yeah.
Freddy manages to move your bubble up and towards the destination. So let's just get all of you moved now.
Yay.
All right, so you guys are all a little bit closer to your objective. That's what he could do with his turn. Still got his keys out and ready to go. Shrieky is your friend. Shrieky is following your direction and just waiting.
Yep.
Large Marrow, whose turn has been skipped a few times, I'm just going to have him swim all the way down because he's not doing anything else anyway. The turtles are all on the floor now.
We just vibing.
It is Anis's turn.
Um,
I think we're. Oh,
no, we're not.
never mind. Sorry.
Yes. Let's see. So the one directly in front of her is a good guy now. What can Anis do? So she's pretty aware that the bubble is on the ground and Diana's down there getting the orb. So, and all the turtles are on the ground.
Yep.
There's one last guy that's either not a turtle or not a good guy, or at least not
Freddy's turn.
actively attacking. But she can't really do much.
I mean, she could just swim down.
Yeah, I guess so.
Always hold an action if you need to.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so she's
Probably not. I'm checking some.
Okay.
No, I was like, maybe lesser restoration. No, of course not.
Yeah, greater restoration cures the curse.
I'll have her swim down towards the orb.
towards the destination. All right.
Yep.
What is her, like 15 feet?
No, she would have her 30.
Yeah, because I've still got freedom of movement.
Oh, right, you have your freedom of movement. Okay. So
60.
60,
Or
90 of your dashing.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could dash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Makes
90
it easier.
down.
We gotta
And
bubble
I'm
up
going to
again.
move you up to over here, just since you can go at an angle there, no problem. Getting you a little bit
Mm-hmm.
closer to what you're looking for.
Yeah, I can't really do anything, so since I used
Yeah.
that
Anis, give me a perception check.
perception. I can do that. If it'll load.
Perhaps.
Oh, well, Oh, never mind. I thought it was kicking me out. I guess it just took a little while to load. No, that's... Oh, I guess. It's the wrong color dice, but I guess. Yeah, I see nothing.
Fair enough. Just dark. Okay, so Andis has moved. All right. Big turn shenanigans.
Yeah.
Kakavia's here. Start of his turn, the bubble pops. And with the bubble popping, half of a 10-foot sphere of holy water pops out and expands rapidly in all directions, clearing out some of the toxic gunk and raising visibility for anyone who can see in the dark substantially. So that's nice. So all that's gone. And with that, it is now his turn. And in the process, a noise screams out as this water rushes across the ground. And what you see, what all of you who can see in the dark at least, can see now is what is currently sitting over top of the thing that you're trying to get to. So let's drag that onto a screen somewhere. Could you please stop giving me the compile log screen every time I do anything? Thank you. You poorly coded mess. All right. So, all right. So, what you can see now that you couldn't see before is
Oh.
that. And what it is bursting out of the ground is a blood red, viney, sinewy, underwater mess of seaweed slash eels
Mm.
of
Oh.
Einosh, which do not appreciate the holy water bath you just gave them. And when it screams out, you can see all six of, well, not all six, five of the things, the four turtles, and then the one that is Friendo, twitch in pain. And now we have to make some rolls.
So wait, the one that Cersei fixed also twitched in pain?
No, it did not.
No.
The others did.
Okay.
The four turtles and then the big one up there. And what matters right now is how many HP does a turtle have?
No.
Shit.
Boop, boop, boop. Turtles have 2 HP.
Oh.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
They're
this is
all
gonna
popping
be
back.
We gotta.
a multi-part fight. But hey, now Cersei doesn't have to concentrate on mass polymorph.
It's true.
Start
Waste of a
looking
level 9
for the.
spell. Rip.
No, it got us really fucking
yeah,
far.
yeah. I would say don't discount it right
Like
now.
that saved our asset.
No, we got a
If
lot farther than we would have if she hadn't popped it.
yeah, like we would not have
Can't
made
do it
it here.
again.
That's okay. We still got a lot fucking farther than we could have.
Like, we just need to start removing curses on them. And
You
we have
have a strategy.
Kakavia and Petite Mario, who is now back to normal, and it'll be my only spell slot. Because unfortunately, I literally removed remove curse to put out other stuff for the water aspect of this.
Fair.
So I have to use a 5th level spell to get rid of it.
Yeah, I wish I had kept
If I had
daylight. Oh well.
So you got a big old tree, but also because you got a little flickery thing, I'm going to show you where that is.
Right under the tree?
Almost. Not quite.
Yeah, it's gonna be on.
Let me get my image. I had all this open before, but now I have to load it fresh. Come on, Fantasy Grunge, you can do it. This is very not plus ultra of you. All right, now it's loading. Cool. Open the directory. Get us a picture. Oh, you're gonna do this in every directory. I hate it when it crashes because then it forgets everything and has to load every thumbnail again. All right.
Oh look.
You can do it.
Calm down. I need you to calm down.
There it is. You should have a picture coming through someday.
I waited with bated breath.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
I don't see it yet. Oh, there it is.
Hey.
It's trying. I wish they would just tell us what day of the week they're going to run these big ass updates so that we could schedule our lives accordingly.
Actually.
And did you say you're going to put where it is on the map, or?
Yeah, I am. I just wanted to also share the picture while I had it up so I don't have to find it again later. So that's up
I was like,
here.
Man, what if I put
oh,
you in the Picrew?
Everything I click on takes forever to move right now because it's re-indexing every picture because that's what happens
oh
when it crashes.
no.
So
Where are you going, bud?
I was like,
Mm.
Kakavia hasn't actually taken an
he
action
is
action yet,
not.
has he?
He is
Okay.
not.
What are you
Remove
doing?
curse. Remove curse.
Let me get behind me in the chair.
Please.
Weird.
Oh, I see it now.
Weird.
Yep, that's where it lives.
Ah,
There's stuff on top of it, but that's the location. Like you can't just swim over and get it. You have to dig it out. But I'm showing you where it is because you understand that between your location spells from before and the glowing, it's over there. It's just submerged under some crab. So it'll take a little time to dig it out, but you know where it is, and there's a big old tree next to it.
Yeah, sure. Have a quick question.
Yeah?
Holy water damages undead. Did that thing get damaged at all in that
You
process?
can't tell it is a tree monster.
That's fair.
it did scream.
It didn't seem
It did.
happy.
Do I have speak with plants?
All right.
I have speak with plants.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I can taunt it in its native language, just like I did with
yeah.
the one back at Sherwood.
Jesus.
Okay,
Yeah.
so having done that, bubble is out. There's a big old monster tree, and
Make your friend a friend again if you can.
he cannot.
Please.
He did not
Oh,
have that today.
oh no. But
He
wait, no,
also
he gets.
prepared for this.
Oh, is he he's a lower level than me.
Yeah.
He isn't, yeah, because I was gonna be like Greater Restoration would have done it, but if he doesn't have access to that, fuck.
Um,
Let me see how many more times Cersei can do it.
It's a
Oh, I
5th
can
level.
bestow curse. Okay, remove curse is a 3rd level.
yeah,
Oh
you're
yeah, yeah.
you're a bad enough dude. You're a badder dude than he is. He does not have greater resto.
Well, I can technically do it a lot. I just have to
Okay.
or she just has to upcast it if she needs to do it more than twice more, which she will, because there's like
Could be
5 more
cool.
of these fuckers.
So, in the absence of like being able to deal with the tree, because he definitely wasn't ready for that. What he's gonna do is he is going to
Might be bestowing a curse on a tree. Just saying. Pretty good. It's gonna be like, here's all these curses.
I think bestow curse requires touching something.
Yep.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't want to touch the tree.
Oh.
Right, what he's gonna do is wow, he has such a weird spell selection. I tried to make his spells like independent from going on this mission because like he doesn't know what's gonna happen either. But
That's fair.
okay. Yeah, what he's gonna do is he's going to cast aid on
Oh.
the let's see, 3 targets. So he's gonna target the front line. So he's gonna give Aiden and Freddy and Annis an extra 10 hit points max
Ooh.
for the duration.
Over here.
So I essentially heal back some of that damage I took.
Kind of, but your max is also higher.
Hold on, didn't I take like a bunch of that as a shark?
You
Yeah,
did.
you
So
only
Yeah.
went 1 into your
Yeah.
normal.
okay, so
Yeah.
my HP is wrong now.
Yeah, let me fix that.
Okay.
All right. So boop boop. So you
Or no, wait. I think I got bit after I
yeah,
turned back
so
from shark. Yeah.
of the 22 HP that your shark had, I believe, shark
You got hit
has
for
22 HP.
23.
So you have only got 6 wounds. And it's not really temp, but I'm going to write it in the temp just to make it easier to keep track of it because we're not going to remember otherwise.
Okie
So
doke.
putting them in temp, but your max is 10 higher for you and for you.
I already added my 10
You added
in.
yours. Cool.
Yep.
And Freddy will also get 10 to enjoy at his leisure. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Aiden for the last action, and then we're going to stop because this is not going to get resolved in a short amount of time. And
Like
Aiden has not
how
gotten to do anything, so I want to make sure you get to do something.
cool. How wide is that drown willow?
How wide is it?
Yeah, how big is that circle? Because there's not really squares on here.
Oh,
Oh, 5, 10, 15, 20?
yeah, 20.
20, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 25 wide? Hold on.
It's because it's weirdly centered with its token. Like the ring is not part of it. Um, it just makes it easier to find on a map. It's 20. It's huge. I guess it's
So
whatever
what?
4 across is.
I'm gonna ask you if this is okay really quick. I'm gonna
Okay.
send a spell. Because it doesn't really. It just makes it as far as I know. There's no like with
Let's see.
just, because if I can't do it, then
No, that works.
excellent. Okay, he's gonna place it at an angle where it doesn't hit the stone over there, and it doesn't hit Anne. It's like it's pulled back a little bit, but it covers majority of that tree, and maybe like down to the right a little bit. So like it's yeah. You see the fucking sun just hit this.
Hey, look, there's a
I
light
have
source.
a massive light source.
All right.
I didn't cast dawn.
All right. God,
And
that's
then it
such
would
a
need
big circle. Hold on, let me draw that.
yeah, like I said, like I'm gonna angle it where it catches right onto there, but not hitting Ange. Don't go into the circle. I beg of you.
All right, I'm gonna move it, but right now I'm just showing you how big that is. So, come on, I'm
Oh yeah,
dragging you. Stop sucking. There we go. So like that.
yep, just like that.
Okay.
It ain't going anywhere. If that's a tree, it's in place. Have fun.
Okay. So that is on it.
It needs to make a Constitution saving throw. It needs to beat a 16 DC.
Yep, it's gonna do that.
Here, should I drag it onto the thing?
That should work. I assume the spell in there has the force it to make a save. You should be able to
I think
target
so.
it on the map or combat
Sorry,
tracker.
okay, so I drag the effect onto it? Or no, save. Okay.
Drag the save onto it first.
Okay, where? Okay, there it is. Save. If it'll. There it goes. I am lagging.
Yeah.
Please fail. It'd be hilarious.
It succeeded.
Oh, 16. It's only 12. It should be 16. But okay.
It looks like it passed it either way, but yeah, we'll find out why it's doing that wrong.
Yeah. It still takes half damage, and it's 4d10 radiant.
Okay, so now click the effect on it, and it should remember that it succeeded
Okay,
and do the half damage.
Damage. Effect or damage?
Damage. I guess it split those out. Like, they changed how a lot of this parses now. Okay, so it took half.
10 or 11? Round down? Or
I guess it rounds down. I guess damage
okay.
runs down.
Oh, okay, I see it. Cool.
Okay, so that hurts. It's also very bright now. Diana should be able to see.
Diana can't see anything on
I'm
the
going
map.
to add a lighting effect right now.
Okay.
I'm going to add a massive light source.
And then you mentioned there's a circle that we shouldn't go into. Oh, never mind. I see it.
It's very big.
I was too zoomed in.
All right, let's just.
I've got a couple of dumb questions for after we're not live.
All right, so that is 30 foot light source. All right, Diana should in theory have light now.
Nope.
How does your character work?
I don't know.
All right. Let's see.
That was my 5th level spell.
Okay, well, hopefully we'll figure that out. At any rate, that's a big boom. Got a whole boss fight coming up, so we're going to call that a pause for now. And next time we will pick up with fighting an underwater tree and a whole bunch of fish people and maybe getting a thing and getting the hell out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the underwater hell.
Yeah.
No one's dead yet.
Yay.
We're actually doing really good on health, actually, I think. Yeah.
We're hiding in a bubble.
Well, I mean, even Diana, like,
yeah,
didn't get hit, but for
no,
6.
Those guys don't hit that hard. It's just their numbers, and they're inconvenient.
Yeah.
Hooray. Cool.
Yeah, even Cersei only took like 18 damage from getting harpooned.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Those things are not high damage. All right. Well, that was a thing. And so we will pick up next week and hopefully get to a sufficiently exciting conclusion and or death.
Yeah.
Yay!
I
Good
like
night,
to
internet
imagine.
recording.
Good night.
Good night.
Woo!